today. We've got a Plinko game. So anyway, I wanted to let you know we've got a Plinko game we're going to play. But Wall Service Center, let me finish up with them. They're downtown Milford. Phone number is 422-422. Anyway, 8110-422-8110. I am getting a lot of stuff in my headphones, so my brain is going crazy. But anyway, that was much better. So anyway, Wall Service Center, downtown Milford, third generation automotive repair facility. I deal there. Brooks deals there. My family deals there, and about 200 or 300 of my friends deal there. But anyway, it's a good, honest place to get your automobile repaired. If you need anything from something as simple, like I say, if you're going through inspection, you want to stop in and have them check your lights and turn signals and make sure everything's good.
We had a guy
Are you back?
Yeah, I'm back.
Did you get done with your phone call?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry.
we are on the TV if you do need to call right away.
And that was the call from the TV people.
Oh, just saying, hey.
Just say, hey, man, I think you're doing a great job, and just nothing but compliments for us.
There you go, and I need a serpentine belt changed.
Right.
All right, Wall Service Center. Anything else?
Yeah, we had a guy drive up. I can't remember where he drove from, but
brought his
Alaska. Yeah, somewhere, but brought his motorhome up just for a set of windshield wipers.
That was nice.
It said, "I saw you on TV. Thanks.
I need some
enjoy the show."
So let's talk about that for real.
Right. Okay.
Okay. I don't remember when. At some point in my life, I went to buy windshield wiper blades.
Okay.
Now, I can't tell you how many choices there were.
Right.
I didn't bring my glasses. I couldn't read the book. And I'm like, I hope I get the right thing. In other words, and then I had to go figure out how to change them.
Right. Something as seemingly as simple as
windshield
a set of wiper blades can be a total
intimidating.
Mess. It can be when you go to try to find them and find the right size and then you've got all the different types of connections.
And which brand do I want? Is any good? But I guess basically you being in business
Brandon
all these years.
Wants to be on TV bad.
I can see it. He just keeps bringing us gifts.
Right.
This is our new game. You're going to love it, everybody. So anyway, Wall Service Center open today, 8 to noon.
8 to noon today. Yep.
You going to open next week too?
We're going to open next week. We plan on being open for many, many more years. Not just days.
So Monday through Friday, what is it, 7:30, 5:30?
7:30 to 5:30, right. We give
Very
a little
convenient.
Extra half hour in the beginning and end of the day than most businesses.
Get it dropped off, get it picked up.
Exactly, yep.
Okay.
You can give us a call to set up an appointment, 422-8110. Also, just stop in. We're at 220 Northeast Front Street in downtown Milford. Now, today we've got the Bug and Bud Festival going on down there.
I didn't even know that.
It's going to be a little busy downtown. But
I would say downtown Milford, be there.
Right. Come on down and check out the Bug and Bud Festival.
Yes.
It's going to be great.
Yeah. Is there any charge to get in?
There's no charge to get in. Walk around.
Any charge to park?
The river walk. No charge to park.
Free parking.
Lots of parking.
It's a free event. Bring
Milford.
the kids. Family-friendly environment. Plenty of things to see. Right. Vendors all over town. And stop by Wall Service Center and say hi to Colin. Will you be there by 8 or 8:30? Or?
I'll be there by about 8:30. Yes.
Okay, 8:30. Yeah. But they open at 8 o'clock this morning.
Right.
All right. Are we ready to play our first Plinko game? This is a new thing we've got.
Yeah, we probably can.
He's thinking I've caught him off guard.
Yeah.
You want me to move to another subject?
You can, yes.
All right. Well, here's something very interesting. I have another As Seen on TV special that I want to mention real quick. I don't know where they're at. I got my assistant back here somewhere, Brandon. So he'll be holding these up or getting them out or whatever. But this is an As Seen on TV offer. Okay? As Seen on TV offer. All right? So it's only good if you call and say, hey, I'm in. I do want to tell you, all the callers we get 10, 20, 30, 40 phone calls a week. These are crazy offers, and so you do have a hoop you have to jump through. You have to dial 337-7300 and say, put my name on the list. I'll be in the next 30 days to get it. So here's the very first one. What in the world is it? I dreamed this one up. Are you holding them up? All right, so he's got them all. So this is Brandon Ritter, and he is showing you this special. It's 60 pair of socks. Oh, are we live on the radio too? All right, so we're on the radio. Good morning to my radio, Delaware 105.9 audience. We're also on Cozy TV, and we're also streaming it at wellerdoesdelmarva.com. So Brandon Ritter's standing here. So for you that are on the radio, you really got to squint hard to see him. But anyway, he's got his arms full of bags of socks. Now, people say, why in the world does Weller sell socks? Well, one day I bought a tractor-trailer load of socks, and I didn't know how many were on there, and there might have been 80 or 90,000 packages of 6 pair of socks. So as you can see, Brandon Ritter standing here, and if you are watching on TV, you could see him. If you're watching on the stream, you could see him. But I wanted to give you a special. The phone number is 337-7300. All you've got to do is call, leave your name and number, and say, hey, I'm interested in that special. I'll get there sometime. Put me down for one. But here's the deal. Socks sell for normally like $4 or $5 for 6 pair of socks, maybe $10 or $12 for 12 pair of socks, okay? I'm going to give you a 60 pair. Now, this is 120 socks. It's 60 pair of socks. Are you holding 60 pair? Okay, this young man is holding 60 pair of socks. He's got a grip on them like, please hurry up with this commercial, Jim. Okay, 60 pairs of socks. That's 120 socks. Now, if you do the math, that's 600 toes and no washing of socks for 2 months.
Wow.
Okay, so think about that. What would you pay to not have to wash any socks for 2 months? Here's the deal, all right? It's not $50. It's not $40. It's not even $35. It's not even $30. It's not even $27. It's not even $25. It's $20. So think about that, folks. I'm going to sell you 60 pair of brand new socks. They're 6 to a pack. 60 pairs of socks for $20. So you say, wow, how do I get in on that crazy offer? That takes care of all my gift giving for almost a full year. Anyway, $20, 60 pair of socks. If you want them, it is a limit, one per person, because obviously we're losing money on this deal. But we're just doing it to start the morning, stir the pot, see who's listening. So call now, 337-7300. You're going to get a voicemail and say, hey, I'll take 60 pair of them socks off your hands. You could donate them to somebody. You can use them yourself. They're brand new. We've been selling these for years. People love them, and you can wash them if you want. It's up to you, but they are brand new, and I can give you 2 months of sock-free washing for as little as $20. So 337-7300 for that special. That's all, Brandon. You're good. Thank you. He did a great job, didn't he, folks?
Yeah, great job.
Great job. All right. So anyway, we are here. We got Rob Arlett coming up about 8 o'clock-ish. We're going to talk about what it was like to spend some time with Donald Trump, because he did. We are going to talk about a dry zone with Barry Atkins. He'll be on about 7:30. We mentioned that Walls Service Center is open today at 8 o'clock, 8 to noon. So also we wanted to let you know that Weller's is going to be open at 9 o'clock today, 9 to 1. Very busy day on tap. But going to have Brandon Ritter on in a little bit and so on. So we have a lot of stuff going on. That phone number was 337-7300. If you want to reserve one of those specials, it is up to you. It is not mandatory. It is just optional, okay? But another thing that's happening today, very busy day in the town of Lincoln City, is Wilson's Auction. So every Saturday, Wilson's Auction, right on Route 113 in Lincoln, has a great big auction, okay? Now, it also, is today the 22nd or the 23rd? Who knows? Nobody knows.
It's the 23rd.
23rd. All right. Very good, Brooks. That was a test. So anyway, I just want to let you know that Wilson's Auction is open today, which happens to be the 23rd. They're right on Route 113 in Lincoln, and they are open every Saturday at 10 o'clock in the morning. They have an auction all day long. There's stuff outside. There's stuff inside. There's glassware. There's coins. There's tools. There's exercise equipment. There are thousands and thousands of things they sell at Wilson's Auction every Saturday, okay? But this Saturday also, there is another auction going on at the Farmington Volunteer Fire Company. It's an estate sale. So if you also want to check that out, that is, I'm looking here on Saturday, the 23rd. It starts at 9 a.m. So you can go to Wilson's Auction in Lincoln today, and into the evening it runs into 7 or 8 o'clock. So that one of our callers.
You have a call.
Thank you. Yep. So that was good. But anyway, it runs into the evening at Lincoln. And then also they're going to have it at 9 o'clock today, starting at the Farmington Volunteer Fire Company right on Route 13 in Farmington. So Wilson's Auction has a lot going on today. But let's say that you want to sell something. They will sell things for you. You can take it to their facility, or you can have them come to you. Like say you got a whole house full of stuff, or you want to sell the house, or you got some commercial property you want to sell or whatever. So they sell vehicles also. Every Tuesday night at 6 o'clock right there in Lincoln, they have an auto auction. So you can bring your automobile and turn it into cash if you want, or you can buy an automobile. So Wilson's Auction has been around a long time. They've been serving our community for over 42 years. Most people know Dave Wilson. He's actually my state representative and does a good job for me. And he's a good public servant, but a good businessman as well. So it's Wilson's Auction right on Route 113 in Lincoln. On the web now, you can learn a lot about it. It's wilsonsauction.com right there on the web. And you can also see the different auctions and pictures of things and stuff like that. You can call them on the phone at 422-3454, 422-3454. So that's Wilson's Auction. All right, Weller's is going to be open today, like I said, about 9 o'clock-ish. We have a very busy morning. I think I'm going to talk to Brooks or Brandon in a minute. But, Colin, just tell me, how's your world going?
It's going good.
You've been busy?
Very busy, yep.
Very busy, okay.
Air conditioning work is really starting to pick up.
Okay, among other things. But you have like 4 or 5 bays up there, and air conditioning work is something you really specialize in.
Yeah, we really do. We have 5 bays. We have 5 techs, counting one of them as myself. So we have 4 techs plus me.
So you actually wait on people now and then?
I do, yes.
Okay.
Yep. I talk to people, and I actually work on their cars.
So you're not the owner of the company, but a person could come up there, and if they wanted to talk to you, you're on the scene. And,
right. Yep.
You know, you got very competent people, but also, you know, you are a hands-on, hands-involved owner-operator of Walls Service Center.
Right, yeah. I mean, and there's a lot of work to be done around there, so I've got a lot to do. But, you know, sometimes I got to run to the bank and do the things like that.
All that
go to lunch
stuff.
And yes. Have all the important
Pick the kids
lunch
up
meetings.
or something like that.
Yeah.
So,
but yes,
right.
I am there, and I do work on cars, and I work with the guys in the shop. So I've got Casey in the office, and I'm kind of the go-between between her and the shop there to keep the guys straight and keep them on task and get some stuff done.
All right. Well, I'm going to make a little room here for Brandon if I could.
Here, I'm going to let him
out
have
of the
this
camera.
spot,
Okay. Well, you don't have to leave. It's up to you.
I want to.
Okay. Well, get out of here then. You've overstayed your welcome. So anyway, we're going to talk to Brandon Ritter, but I got a question or two for him before he gets deep into whatever he's going to talk about. Did I move too far? I do want to mention the Plinko game. I don't even know when we're going to play this game, but we're going to have some giveaways for everybody, okay? But I don't even know how we're going to work this, so everybody think about it, all right? But I got to ask you before you talk about whatever you got to talk about, Brandon. So good morning, Brandon Ritter. How are you?
Good morning. I'm great. How are you?
I'm good. We got a busy day planned, don't we?
We do.
It's a busy time here all the time, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. But anyway, we put up the big building. Mm-hmm. I've had numerous people comment about it. I think you did some Facebook posts, and it's probably on our website and so on. But this is it's an example of what a carport garage looks like.
Correct.
Okay. So this thing is huge. Is it 30 feet deep?
It's 30 feet deep if you're looking at it from the side because it is a side entry building.
Okay.
And 61 feet wide.
Okay, so 30 by 60 more or less, 30 by 61.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
All right, across the front there's 4 doors.
Yes.
4 garage doors. Do you know what size they are?
They are 10 by 10.
10 by 10,
Yep.
okay. So, all right, so you got 4 garage doors. Then on one end, it's not on yet. There's going to be is it 12 by 12 garage door?
Yes.
Okay. Then on the other end, is there a garage door?
Yes, there's also a 10 by 10 on that side.
All right, so on each end of the building, there's a garage door. Across the front, there's 4. Mm-hmm. There's like an entrance door somewhere.
Yeah, a little walk-in door.
Okay, a little walk-in door.
A window.
Then what do you call them panels in the ceiling?
Those are, they call them skylights.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what the main thing is there's no electricity over there.
Correct.
It's just a display.
Mm-hmm.
And so, we need some light in it.
Right.
All right, so these are panels in the ceiling.
Right. They're like a clear panel that actually runs with the metal. Looks like actually a piece of metal, but it's clear.
Okay. All right. So anyway, and they must be durable and weatherproof and waterproof and so on. But then there's something we did to the inside of it. So like if you were to park a car in there and stuff, it won't, or even, I guess, product, it's not going to condensate on it.
Right.
What's that called?
They have this option called Drip Stop.
Okay.
And it's basically like it's like a hairy, like foamy material that is coated on the inside of the metal. And what that does is that doesn't allow the inside of the metal to condensate and drip onto your vehicle.
Okay, so so if you had boxes, cardboard boxes or something like that, or a nice vehicle, you don't want to go out there and it be all condensated on.
Correct.
Okay, and again, this is made by the company that makes carports because they also make garages.
Right.
Okay, because I've been talking to people and I've been saying this thing, is like maybe $32,000, $35,000. It includes delivery and setup, and they're like, wow, that's about half the price of a pole shed. Okay, so you've done the math to give me an exact, because this has some options to it.
Yes.
Does it have some windows too?
Yes, so we did put one window in there to show our customers what a window looks like.
Okay, so it's got an entrance door, a window, it's got garage door on each end, 4 across the front, the skylights. Is it taller than normal?
Yes, it's 12. The walls are 12 foot.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's perfect for like the farmers that have equipment.
Yeah, or a motorhome or camper or something like that.
Yes,
Okay.
yes.
So I was thinking this thing was 32, 35,000. You're telling me no, you got it to come out under 20 grand or under
Yes.
30 grand?
Yeah, under 30 grand.
Under 30, not under 20. Okay.
But yes, so for a 30 by 61, how we have it set up out there, 5 garage doors, 10 by 10s, with an additional 12 by 12 garage door.
I'm going to call that $26,000.
Yep.
Okay. So we're going to give a special price on that of $26,000.
Yep.
All right. So now, then what is the delivery or setup fee on something like that? In other words, because they will bring it and put it right at your house.
Yes, that's free
Okay.
delivery and setup.
On something that big?
Mhm.
Free delivery and setup.
Yep.
So you have to have the ground ready like we did.
Correct.
Okay. So on level ground,
Yep.
you can buy that. And now that's with that big garage door, that 12 by 12?
That's with the garage door. Yep.
Okay. Wow, $26,000.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, and it's not a very, very long process either. I know.
Well, they were
folks-
only here a few days.
Yes. Yeah. Most pole buildings and stuff take a while to put up, where these guys were here and gone in with about.
Well, and I
about
didn't
4
see them
days.
doing no digging. There's no big. There's not. It's just done.
It's done.
Okay.
Yep.
We need to at some point. I want to talk about just like a 2-car garage.
Okay.
In other words, like maybe later on in this show, if we could,
Yeah.
I'd like to know, if you could figure me up a, I don't know, whatever, 24 by 26 or something like that,
Yeah.
2-car garage. But
Sure, I'll
what we're
press one out.
saying, folks, is we sell carports. Now, the beginning size carport is it 12 foot wide?
Mm-hmm.
So an average car is 6-7 foot wide.
Right.
Okay, so it's 12 foot wide, perfect for a boat or a car or
Right.
your car and maybe your boat and so on.
Right.
But anyway, and it's 21 foot long
Correct.
for like $815
Installed. Yep.
installed. Okay,
Yep.
so carports, I honestly think they have went down over they're like trailers. Trailers used to be a whole lot more expensive
Right.
than they are now because the industry has gotten so automated and so on and so forth. I think that the sheds, well, we'll stay off the sheds for a minute, but the carports.
Yes.
All right, so what I'm trying to say is not only do we sell carports, but the carport company we deal with will make a carport garage.
Yes. They will pretty much. We can price out almost anything. As far as
Really?
you start with the carport frame, and then you either make it wider, taller, bigger, add windows, add doors, and before you
so
know
if they don't want any doors on the front, they just want open front, but they want both ends and the back enclosed,
They
you can
can
do
do it.
that.
Yep.
If they say, I want it taller,
Yep, for like a camper or RV,
right.
they can do
Or
that.
what if they happen to want the roof or something like that? Okay, we're ready to do Plinko, they're telling me. But anyway, so that is, I really didn't mean to take over what you were going to say, but it was just, I've been telling everybody this thing's in the 30s, and they were happy at that.
Right.
People were saying, $32,000, $35,000, gee whiz, that's a pretty good deal. But you're saying, no, it's really better than that, $26,000.
$26,000.
That's a deal.
Yep.
That's a deal. I don't know how long it'll be, that price, but you're saying you can get that much building, and you can see it right here. You can see it. You can touch it. We've got one on display.
Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Can you help me with this Plinko game?
I sure can.
All right. How do we play Plinko, everybody? I don't know if anybody's played Plinko before, but you need to write down this phone number in case you want to win. All right? Barry from Dry Zone is here. Good morning. All right. So, am I in the way? Oh, is that good? What? Oh, the crutches are in the way? Oh, my gosh.
Put those there.
Who put those there? All right. We're going to play Plinko, everybody. I don't
You're gonna
know
want to use.
why we're doing this, but
You're gonna want to use the Plinko chip that has Brooks's face on it. That's
oh,
Okay.
because-
Yep.
all right. So here's the deal. Brandon is going to drop the Plinko thing down there. All right, and whatever number it lands on, then there's certain prizes. There's different prizes. Now, the only way you're going to win is you got to put your name on the list, all right? So you got nothing to lose by putting your name on the list. So it's 337-7300. You can start calling now. Just leave your name and number, and you will be a winner. So whoever calls gets to win. So here we go. Go ahead and drop that thing down there. All right, now this is Plinko. Now, what number is that?
That is number 6.
All right, number 6. Who was number 6? What was number 6? Oh, it's one of these. It is an umbrella carrier, everybody. So, if you're listening and you want an umbrella carrier It's absolutely free. This is how we're paying for everything, all right? This is the way to do it, folks. We're giving them away free, no purchase necessary. And what it is like you put it over your shoulder. You put it over your shoulder, and then you put your umbrella in it if you're going to go down to the beach, or if you're taking a lunch break and you take your umbrella outside when you take your lunch break or whatever. Brooks and Brandon, I can see them out there all the time, with an umbrella just taking lunch. But it's an umbrella carrier, and it's absolutely free, and all you got to do is call on the phone and say, I want one. All right, can we do one more?
We can do
just
one
for the
more.
heck of it, folks. This is how you make money. Brooks is saying you have – what has he got, instructions on how to play Plinko?
He wants his face all over the camera.
I can see that.
He's stuck behind
all
the camera
right,
all the time.
So it's 337-7300 if you want to win. Here we go. This one here has got to be a lower number. 7?
Number 7.
Where's the 1, 2s, and 3s? That's the good stuff. Number 7 is, what is number 7? I don't even see number 7. Am I missing it? Wine carriers. All right, if you are a wine drinker, this is a leather wine carrier, okay? Keep calling, everybody, 337. But it opens up like this. I see these, like you can look them up, and they're like $85, $90 online. So it's a leather carrier, and you put 2 bottles of wine in it. But I'll tell you what else it's good for. It's good for if you know people that whine. Is there anybody in your life that whines all the time, okay? What you do is when they're whining to you, you get this out and you open it up and you would say, please speak into the wine carrier. And then you let them finish whining, and then you shut the lid. And then you've got it right there. It is a wine carrier, okay? So if you want one, it's absolutely, I'm losing my breath here. I forgot my bottle of water today. Anyway, 337-7300, 337-7300. No purchase necessary. All you have to do is call and say, I'm in for the Plinko game. I got to do this one more time. Can we do it one more time?
One more.
It's too much fun. The phone is ringing off the hook.
I think you're having a lot of fun with this.
I am having a lot of fun. We're giving away. Oh, I was happy till I saw the price tag. We sell these for $27.50, and now you're telling me we're giving them away. All right, folks, I hope Jack Riddle's not listening because we're doing this in volume. We're giving stuff away.
We got to make sure we don't go the whole 2 hours.
What's that?
We got to make sure we don't go the whole 2 hours playing Plinko.
Right. We're going to do it one more time here. It's 337-7300. If you want to win one of these items free, you have to call and leave your name and number. Are you ready again?
I am ready.
Last time, everybody, for now anyway.
Here we go.
Here we go. Plinko. A lower number. Okay, number 4. 337-7. Oh, my gosh. This is the one I wanted to give away. I like it. If you could see it in the camera, I don't know if you can. It's for gigging. Oh, down. You could see it below the table? I wanted you to see the end of it. The thing, the prongs. Anyway, this is a metal stand, and it's got an American flag on it. And I think you just stick it in your yard. You just push it down in the yard, and there you got an instant flag. It's absolutely free for playing Plinko with us on the radio. And I got to believe this is the first time in your life you've had the opportunity to play Plinko on the radio, okay? So enough of that. We're giving stuff away. We're not making any money at it, but everybody is getting blessed and having a good time. We might do it again in a little while. We'll just see if I can get my nerve up. So anyway, I was talking to Brandon Ritter. And so,
I'm still here.
Oh, you're still here?
I am.
Oh, don't scare me like that. But anyway, let me do a real quick commercial break if you don't mind. I hope you don't. This guy here is out cutting our grass. His name's Jerry Santoro. Does a really good job. Jerry's Lawn Care. So if you go by Weller's Utility Trailers, you say, boy, it's a big piece of property, and it looks pretty darn well groomed. Jerry does a good job for us. It's Jerry's Lawn Care. Jerry Santoro. He also does things like where he comes and seeds it or fertilizes it or limes it. I don't know what all he does, but he does it all. So if you need some yard care work, Jerry's your guy. Another thing that he does is he puts in pavers. So if you need some paver work, he's your guy. He's wanting to quote me a price on pavering this whole 16-acre property. So I have to think about that just a little bit. I'll have to give away more stuff.
That would be
able
pretty
to afford that. So anyway, he does paver work, and he also does irrigation systems, and he also does lot clearing and tree work. So if you got a limb or a tree that needs cleaning up, you got a stump that needs ground or digging up, or you got an entire lot that you need cleared because you want to just build a new house or a pole shed or get one of these carport garages and have the lot cleared, Jerry's your guy. So who is it? It's Jerry's Lawn Care. Where are they? He's in Greenwood, local businessman, been in business over 10 years. All estimates are free. Phone number's 363-6025, 363-6025. On the web, it's jlc-llc.com. Give him a call. Tell him I sent you. Everybody have fun with the Plinko game. Like to hear from you, too. I forgot to mention that. You could talk to Brooks through Facebook. I don't know if it's Facebook. Yeah, I think you can. Anyway, Brooks Ritter on Facebook, or Weller Does Delmarva on Facebook, or wellerdoesdelmarva.com. That's where we're streaming at. So here's how many ways you can hear and watch the show. You can listen on Delaware 105.9. You can go to their stream and listen online. You can also go to wellerdoesdelmarva.com and watch it. You can go to My Cozy TV, 204 on Comcast, 99 on Mediacom, and 31.2 over the air, and you can watch it there also. It's a weekly show, 7 to 9 every Saturday morning. I may not be here for the next couple weeks. I'm going to tell you why and who's going to take over at that point. But anyway, it's Weller Does Delmarva. And if you wanted any of those free items, the phone number was 337-7300. I'm going to take a break from radio in a minute or two. I'm going to have Barry from Dry Zone on in the next half an hour. This man is extremely intelligent. That is part of what I have to say about him when I introduce him. He's extremely intelligent, and he's one of his parents' favorite sons. So anyway, it's Barry from Dry Zone. So we're going to take a break from radio. I'm going to talk to Colin Walls for just a minute, and then we're going to move on to something else. So anyway, for those watching on TV, did you have fun with Plinko? I'd love to hear from you if you could communicate to me. All right? So you can do that by sending me a message. Just text me. It's 542. Is that another phone call? Do you think the phone is ringing off the hook? Anyway. All right. So anyway, if you have something to add to the show, how do you like the show? What do you think of the show? Love to hear from you, okay? If you simply want to text me, I'm going to make it real easy. It's 542-9157. 542-9157. Just want to see, where are you watching us from? Where does this TV get to? In other words, how far does it reach? Does it get all the way to Georgetown or Lewis or Seaford? How far
That's
can
a straight
we go?
shot down 404 to get to
That's
Georgetown,
true,
so it's
right.
got to get to Georgetown.
Like, are you over in Lewes watching us? So anyway, how about Houston or any of that? So, where are you watching us from? So you can text me, you can call me at 337-7300, or you can shoot me a message on Facebook. Either way, we love bringing this show to you, and we hope you find it entertaining and informative, and whether you know it or not, we have a lot of fun doing it. So, Colin?
The Plinko was really fun, and I
Yes, it
can't
was.
wait till we bring the Wheel of Weller.
Oh, my gosh.
The Wheel of Weller should be coming out soon.
Oh, today? Not today.
Not today.
Not today. We're going to have to
tuned
break
for
it
the
out.
Wheel of Weller.
We're going to be giving away the farm. We're going to have goats and garbanzo beans and all kinds of fruits and vegetables. We'll be giving away fruits and vegetables next. So anyway, it's Weller Does Delmarva, and we appreciate your comments and so on and so forth. So, Colin, are you still going to open today, or are you staying?
We are opening today. Casey and the guys will be there at 8 o'clock to unlock the doors and open up and open the floodgates.
All right. So
we got
now,
stuff to work on. And
could somebody get
more.
something worked on today? No, I'm not kidding. I mean, I don't want it to be.
They possibly could be. I'm not
Okay.
exactly sure what the schedule looks like.
You don't have it memorized?
I don't have it
for
memorized.
all 5 days?
Casey does take care of that. She's good with scheduling things, and she
Okay.
keeps it moving.
Okay, keeps it moving.
You've got a
so.
good chance. You got a better chance talking to her and getting on the schedule
Yes.
than you do for me,
Right,
because I'm the one that actually is going to work on some of the stuff.
right.
And I'm going to try to put it off as long as I can.
I don't blame you.
She's going to make sure we get
it done.
all of it done. Right. Keeps
All right.
everything moving.
So we're talking about Walls Service Center, locally owned, locally operated. Can we talk about advertising on this show?
Sure.
We've got a couple people that are going to be on soon with some advertising. We got to
Right.
get on with that. But I want to let you know, we have some TV commercials for sale, okay? So we could sell you a 30-second commercial, a 60-second commercial, but the hot deal is these 3-minute infomercials, okay?
And we've got.
what?
We need to preface this.
Yeah, there's
We've
only a
got
couple.
some lined up. There's
Right.
only one or two.
One or two. There's no more than 2 left.
Yeah, no
okay?
more than 2. There might only be 1 left
Right.
of these available.
So we have to do the math,
Right.
okay? Because there's only so many. But it's a 3-minute infomercial. So like we would come to your business and we would talk about you or whatever you offer or so on, the services and the goods that you sell. What is he saying? What's that mean? He's got 5
I think
fingers
he's counting
on
us
one
back
hand.
into the radio.
Oh, we're coming back to radio.
Right.
The following
So
program
anyway,
is a
any
paid
questions?
commercial
337
Comments, views,
7300.
and opinions.
Now we're coming back on the radio, okay? So now I got to get ready
gotta get
for
Barry
what's
in.
next. I got to get Barry.
That's
Are
right.
you? All right. Well, anyway, so we're on the radio. We're on the TV. Colin is going to find Barry. Barry is here somewhere. I think he's on a shopping spree. So anyway, good morning. Get over here, Barry, and have a seat. So I'm going to talk to him in just a minute. But this is a guy that I've grown to know, and some days I like him. He's a good boy. So anyway, would you bring a flashlight?
I brought a flashlight. It got lost and a camera to remember where it was.
Okay, thank you. All right, so anyway, I want to tell you who this is. So for those watching and those listening, you've been awaiting his arrival with anticipation, and this is Barry Atkins from Dry Zone. A lot of people know you from the stock car races. Is that right?
Yep.
Where'd you grow up at?
Dagsboro, downtown.
Dagsboro? All right. Did you ever go to the Clayton Theater?
Oh, many times. One of my
Many
grandparents used to.
Did you ever get in trouble and get kicked out or anything?
Well, my grandfather. I was captain line there.
I was guessing at that. Who gets in trouble with the movies? All right. Well, anyway, so good morning to you.
Good morning.
Now you're with Dry Zone,
Yes.
big company. You work out of the worldwide headquarters there in Ellendale.
Absolutely.
All right. And you are a what? What would your title be?
I am a system design specialist,
System design specialist. Okay.
and what that does is, when you have a concern about your home, whether it's foundation, crawl space, basement,
Right.
or whatever, you would make a call to the office, and they would line me up to come out and do the free inspection. And
Really?
we would
So if they call,
Mhm.
they could get you to come out.
absolutely.
Okay.
And then
There's a whole team of these
there's a whole bunch of us.
specialists.
And so we come out there and assess your situation
Okay.
and your concerns,
Okay.
and we will show you how to accomplish fixing those things.
Now, when you come, though, what I just have a hard time with is you're saying you literally will come out to somebody's house, take a look at things, but while you're there that day, that moment,
Mhm.
you're going to sit down and you're going to talk about some solutions.
Absolutely. We're going to go and do the inspection, and then we're going to show evidence of what they have concerns of and things they might not have known they had going on.
Okay, so, because a lot of people, they come home from a trip or, they go in their house and they notice, like, dang, I got a smell or an odor or something like that, or
Absolutely.
something just doesn't seem right, but I don't know what it is because I don't visit my crawl space that often,
Not many
And-
people do.
Right. So, but you do all kinds of things. And today I think you've brought a couple, I call them gizmos, but I'm sure they're an expensive gizmo.
Right. We got a couple items, and one of my popular ones I like is it's a thermal digital imaging camera,
Ooh.
and basically it shows the difference where heat and
How do
temperature
we
ranges.
do this on TV? How do I take a picture? What do I push to take a picture?
Just push right up on there.
Oh, okay.
And
So I'm going to take a picture of, oh my gosh, there's a fire over there.
So what that does, it shows
All
you
right.
where you have
Now show
potential
me
heat
how the
loss.
picture will come back up.
All right, we would just hit the screen here
Okay.
and hit the play button
And this is going to be an image.
and hit that one there.
Okay. Keep going. This is real, live, TV, radio, everything.
That's a different one there.
That's a different one.
But that
What
just
is
shows
this stuff? So that's heat?
That's a ductwork that was in a crawl space,
Okay.
and so that is showing. I can show the homeowner, look, that you're heating your crawl space. So it's like you're blowing
Who
hot
would
air
want to
out.
do that? I don't
Right.
understand.
So we can.
Oh,
show
nobody does.
No.
Okay, okay.
And we
So,
can show them some energy savings and some ideas on how to correct that.
so you take this little thing and you can go in a living room, we'll say,
Mhm.
and point it at the ceiling or point it at the walls or point it at the floors or whatever. You also can go underneath the house or
Correct.
in a basement
Mhm.
where there's ductwork, and you can literally, visually, instantly show somebody heat loss.
Absolutely, and this would be like somebody's complaining that they got cold floors in the wintertime. I can show them why they have that.
Really?
And then some other neat things is in the.
But you don't do heating and air work.
No, we're going
Okay.
to contain and seal off spaces
Okay.
to take care of that.
Okay.
'Cause
Wow.
Most of the time, it's you're losing heat through.
I mean,
areas.
people, this is something you don't need any experience to be able to figure out what it's telling you.
Correct. I mean, 'cause
There is heat loss.
and it has a scale on the side that shows you like the high point and the low point.
Oh, okay, okay.
So it's not that was like 100,000 degrees white heat. It's 65 is the high point, and the low point was 40 because
Okay.
it was cool outside that day. I did that.
Wow.
And the other things that we have, like this little light here, I know Colin uses one like this, but mine, this is so that we can
Okay.
tell if you've had varmints living in your crawl space.
Really? But again, you're not an exterminator.
Correct. We're just
Okay.
showing these are things that contribute to the odors, and plus, you don't want anything living under your crawl space. And
Right.
There's a break somewhere. The door, nine
Right.
times out of the crawl space door's bent. So
Because if you encapsulate a crawl space, it is sealed off, it is done. You are separating the outside from the inside.
Absolutely.
Even though the inside is under your house, it's still the inside.
correct, it's another room in the home.
Okay. Yeah, it is another room in the home. I
A big
I
room.
agree. Big room. Wow. So, you do all of that, right?
Mhm.
And then you do stuff in basements. You can
Absolutely.
completely remodel a basement. You could put the sump pump in that has the battery backup sump pump. And,
Absolutely.
man,
We can take care of your basement and make it a usable living space that you don't have your concerns are taken away from. Like, wow, if I invest in this basement, what about water? Well, we can
Right,
eliminate that
right.
problem.
Now, let me ask you also. I hate to be asking so many questions, but every time I talk to you, I'm like, well, what about this and what about this? But I think we could simply say to anybody that is watching or listening, if you have any home concerns, is your home operating efficiently?
Correct.
Is it breathing right?
Mhm.
Is it operating efficiently? Do you have any heat loss, air conditioning loss? Are you wasting money? Is there any mold or spores or things that are just not right? You're saying if you come out, like if somebody just called and said, Barry, I have no idea if I do or if I don't have a thing wrong. I have no idea.
Right.
Would you still come out, or do they have to say, no, I think I have this wrong?
No, any concerns, it's a free, no obligation inspection. So
Really?
that we can, first we're going to send out a very educational packet to
Packet.
you.
I loved it when I got mine. It was very educational.
And then when we go there, we're going to listen to your story
Okay.
about the house, and then we'll go
Okay.
in and do a full inspection,
Okay.
come back up and show you, if it's a crawl space, show you the pictures.
Do you go in attics? Is there ever issues in
We do
attics?
everything below the floor.
Below the floor. Okay.
Foundations, basements,
Okay.
and crawl spaces.
All right. So, and it's all, the estimate, of course, is free.
Absolutely.
Okay. No real high pressure. I have actually been there when they did an estimate. I have been there when they delivered the information. I have been there when they explained it. I have been there when I said, I absolutely don't understand what you said. Can you explain it again?
Right.
I've been there when they did that. In other words, and they're very friendly, very honest. I've had them do work for me. When they were done, I was very pleased. They actually went above and beyond what they were supposed to do. When they said it was going to be done, it was done. I didn't have to remind them or prompt them or anything like that. So locally owned, locally operated, and
Right.
good company. What do you got? 50 people work there?
I think just a little bit more than that.
Oh,
We
wow.
just put another truck
I
on
was
the road.
guessing.
and
Oh, I
Yeah.
saw another truck. But what's that big truck called? Poly Level?
The poly level, that's our poly level truck. It says, about giving your sidewalk a lift.
Right.
That's an awesome
For
vehicle.
raising concrete.
Raising concrete and restoring it. It's
Well,
amazing.
people are probably uncovering their pools now, and they're like, I forgot tripping my toe on that cement last year.
Oh,
So
absolutely.
you can literally level it out and straighten it up.
Yep, we can just come
Wow.
out and we'll inspect it and tell you what we can do.
So that's a whole other thing.
That's
it's just
another
crazy.
venture.
All right. Well, how do people get a hold of you?
Well, they can give us a call or give me a call at
Give them that-
866.
Is that the toll-free number?
That's the toll-free
Okay,
number.
Call that one, everybody.
866-471-7962.
866-471-7962.
That's it.
All right.
And then we'll get you lined up for a free inspection, get the information sent out to you. And
Wow.
I'll show up and do a full inspection for you.
All right. Now, after you do an inspection, say somebody says, I want to think about it or whatever, then do you bring in like another group of people that really put the squeeze on them to
They're
hurry
waiting
up and
right
make up
outside
their
right
mind?
now.
Oh, really?
No, not at all.
No. Okay.
We it's
So it's truly a free home inspection. You might do a follow-up call and say, got any questions?
Correct.
What if you come to me and I say, man, you've caught me off guard. I want that done, but I don't have the cash right now.
well
What options exist then?
we have a lot of options. So of course we take cash, check, and credit card.
Oh, you do? Okay.
And we still take those.
All
But
right.
we also offer some no interest, no payments for a year type financing.
Ooh.
And we have some low interest traditional loans.
Okay.
So we have some options.
Because some of these things that people need done do catch them by surprise.
Yeah, some of them,
Nobody
really expects it,
Right.
especially if, we don't.
You don't plan for
Right.
like
And
this.
a lot of people don't, if they can't see it, they don't worry about it.
Right. But it's still there.
Yes.
All right. Well, Barry, thank you. Can we give the number one more time?
Absolutely.
Yep.
It's 866
Yep.
471 7962.
All right. And then, of course, the dryzone.com on the web.
Dryzone.com.
Learn a lot of information there.
Absolutely. And just if we put one more plug in there,
Sure.
that we are actively still hiring for different positions
Man,
in the
when
business.
are you going to stop hiring?
Well, we got offices to fill up in there. So
You are growing. I love it.
awesome.
What a growing company. It's a good thing.
So they can still
Must be
call the
doing
same
it right.
number or go to dryzone.com and go to the career section, and they'll get directly
apply
to
there.
Yep.
Okay. Thank you, Barry. Anything
Thanks, sir.
else?
Nope.
All right.
Well, only next week I'll have a surprise for you. We're going to do a weekly test.
I have a surprise for you.
Uh-oh.
I don't think I'm going to be here next week.
Ah,
So I'm going to tell everybody all about that. But anyway, we'll be here.
cool.
Somebody will be here.
Awesome.
It'll be Colin and Brooks and maybe Dan Gaffney and who else? Brandon and Jason, and they're all so excited to be taking this show over. So anyway, all right.
Good
well,
luck, and we'll talk to
yep.
you when you're done.
All right. Thank you, Barry.
See you.
Okay, so you're listening to Weller Does Delmarva, and we are having a lot of fun here, and we have a lot of things going on, and what in the world have I missed? I don't know if I missed anything, but I want to just talk about Mid-South Audio real quick, because he's going to be coming after a while. In fact, I almost would like to save that commercial in case he comes before we go off the air. Could I do that, Brooks?
Sure.
All right, so Kevin Short, if you happen to be listening and you would like to get here before 9, I would love to do your commercial with you because he's coming here to talk to me about something. But I will talk about my good friend Dr. T, Dr. Trillia. Brooks, I think you love going down there, don't you?
Absolutely.
And this is our chiropractor, our friend, our chiropractor, and his name is Dr. T. And I've been in business a long time, right on Route 13 in Seaford. And there's also another doctor in there called Dr. Bud. I don't want to leave him out because he is excellent. They both have their own type of techniques. But between the two of them, it's a well-run, well-organized business. And there's a lot of staff down there. And when you call, you get a hold of somebody, and they're like, what can I do for you? Even if you leave a message, you can leave a message pretty much any time. And you'll get a call back so quick, you'll be like, man, they got people working all the time. I called the other day. I think it was Thursday afternoon. They might have been closed. And a few minutes later, Joyce called me back. So I'm just letting you know it's called Peninsula Chiropractic Center. It's a locally owned and locally operated chiropractic center. Now, they do massages. They do all kinds of health and wellness type information and informing you of what you can do to be healthier and to stay healthy. But it starts, a lot of it, with chiropractic care. So if you got a little twinge in your neck or your back or your legs going numb or your shoulders aching or even if you can't hear as well as you used to, and I know that sounds incredibly crazy, but I know firsthand from some adjustments he's done with my granddaughter, her hearing has improved. I know people that have went there with migraine headaches and left feeling much better. Brandon is telling me when he goes, he almost instantly feels better. So everybody has different results because everybody has different situations. But if you're looking for a nice place to go for chiropractic care, I highly recommend Peninsula Chiropractic Center. Like I say, they're right on Route 13 in Seaford, and their phone number is 629-4344, 629-4344. Very accommodating, very nice place to deal. If you have insurance and you want to know beforehand, hey, what does my insurance cover? What doesn't it cover? You can give a call. Joyce will tell you all about it. She's the insurance expert, and she'll tell you what you have and what you don't have. So again, it's 629-4344. Dr. T, Dr. Bud, the entire staff there. If you give a call and you're hurting or you're aching and you need to get in a hurry, they will do what they can to accommodate you. They don't just say, here's the only time I have. They're like, what do you need? What is your scenario? How can we help you out? Massage therapy, just total wellness. Again, Peninsula Chiropractic Center, Route 13 in Seaford, 629-4344, PeninsulaChiroCenter.com. Give them a call. Tell them I sent you. If you've never been to a chiropractor, give them a call and talk to them. I think you'll be pleasantly surprised. Brooks, are you the next person I'm going to be talking to, or is it Brandon?
No, I am. It is me.
I am. It is me.
Are you,
Okay.
are you all right without your tablet for a couple minutes? So
Yeah,
they can,
why?
They want to get
Oh,
some
they're
of
going
those
to update
people,
it?
Well, they're
Yeah.
going to get some of those people called back.
That's
and let
right.
them know.
I forgot. Are we going to do Plinko again? Sorry about that.
I think we
Jason.
should.
Okay, so the Plinko game was a lot of fun. We can do it whenever anybody feels like it. But the phone number that I want everybody to write down and keep is 337-7300. Are you wanting to do Plinko there, Colin? Anyway, okay, 337-7300. So all you're doing is calling and saying, I want one of those free things. I'm going to move over just a smidgen. All right.
Here's,
I've really enjoyed this. All right. So whose is this?
this is going to be.
This is the Plinko Plunk. What in the world's it called? Puck? The Plinko Puck that we
Puckworks.
put. So they all have people's faces on them. So this one here, if you're watching on TV, you'll be able to see who it was.
It's you.
Oh, it's me.
Yes.
All right.
We're going to win with you today.
We're going to win with me today. So, and I do want to tell everybody in a few minutes that I'm going to be possibly not here next week, maybe for a couple weeks, because I'm going to be tied up. What's the question?
So exciting.
The water bottle's in the way. Oh, they said the water bottle. That was what I was giving away. No. 337-7300 if you want one of what's coming next. Here we go.
Just tell me when you're ready.
I'm ready.
Here we
Plinko
go.
it. Here's
We're gonna
Plinko,
go-
everybody.
We're going to go this
Live
far
on the
in.
radio.
Go to
All
the
right.
far end, see what it does.
This is the Jim Weller one. Well, it didn't travel
It
far.
went right straight down.
All right, that number is 8. What is it? 8. Air fresheners. Oh, air fresheners for your car, for your bathroom, for your outhouse.
For your pocket.
For your pocket. That's a good one, Brooks, if you want to carry it around. We're going to give you 10 air fresheners absolutely free. That's 10 of them, folks. How many utility trailer stores are giving away 10 air fresheners free?
I can think of
I
only
am.
one.
Okay.
Is there a variety of styles?
Oh, there might be. Oh, I didn't even notice them. Oh, my goodness. And how do you pronounce that word, Colin?
Aerometrics.
Aerometrics. These are aerometrics, folks. Okay?
And the
That one looks
the
like you put-
yellowing of the plastic on the package just means that they're aged to perfection, right?
Okay, yes. So they're almost collector's items, okay? So if you want 10 of these absolutely free, you were the winner. All you got to do is get your name on the list and say, I'll be in sometime to get them. Don't forget the number. Put it in your phone because I'm getting tired of giving it out. So can we do it one more time?
One more time? All right.
All right, one more
We're gonna go
time.
to the
And then
far
we've got to
end
get
of that.
serious, folks. It's a very professional radio show here, all right? Plinko, live on Delaware 105.9.
My Cozy TV.
And My Cozy TV. Do it. Number 2, everybody. Number 2 is the big one. Where are they? Let me get them.
No.
Let me get them. Don't go anywhere, everybody. You can't win these every day of the week.
Wow.
Here they are. Aluminum. They come in a pair. They're one size fits all. They're even adjustable. I can't imagine how valuable they are, but they are absolutely free since you played along with Plinko. Plinko with Wellers. They are crutches. A brand spanking new pair of crutches.
One size fits all up to 5 foot 10 inches. 5'2" to 5'10".
Well, that's one size fits all. Who's
Right.
taller? Who's taller than 5? What was it? 5'10"? They would be giants. Okay. All right, everybody. I hope you had as much fun as I did. We're just trying to make some money by giving stuff away. All right. It's a ploy. It's a ploy. We're trying to get you in the store is what it is. So anyway, it is free, 337-7300 if you want it. Please take them off my hands. I've only got 10,000 pairs of these things. All right, Brooks Ritter. Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? Have I missed anything? What time is it?
It is 7:51.
All right, I need to give, what do I need to do next? I'm going to do a health update. Here we go. Brooks has been exercising, trying to lose some weight. How's that been going for you, Brooks?
Good. I'm actually down about 35 pounds. So I'm pretty happy with it. Feeling better.
Are you feeling better?
The more I lose, the better I feel.
No kidding.
So
The more you lose, the better you feel.
Yep.
Are you talking about money or weight?
No, just wait. If I lose
okay.
money, I don't feel better. I need to
Oh, really?
gain some money to feel better.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, let me tell you, health is important, exercise is important, and taking care of yourself and eating right is important.
Absolutely.
Because I have ate so well, we're getting a lot of phone calls today, aren't we?
Yeah, we are.
So it's the crutches. Everybody wants them. Can't live without them. All right. But health, taking care of yourself is very important, and here's why. I'm going to tell you a story. I have not took care of myself. Okay? I have not exercised like I should. I have definitely not ate like I should. I've ate like I wanted to, but I didn't eat like I should. And the bottom line is, in 2000, at 40 years old, I had a heart attack. And then I had 4 stents. I'm losing track. I keep adding numbers to them. 4 stents put in. So at 40 years old, I had a heart attack and I had 4 stents put in. And believe it or not, I had the heart attack because I thought I was going on a trip to Israel. And I was so angst up about it that I had a daggone heart attack. No lie, no kidding. All right? So anyway, I did not go on the trip. So then at 45, I had some more heart pain, and I had 4 more stents. So now at 45, I've got 8 stents. Now I'm 58. So I had a minor blockage, and I put it off, and I finally had a catheterization done Tuesday, and I have a 90% blockage in 2 arteries and an 80% blockage in 1. And I don't say that to brag. These are not numbers where you're trying to be an overachiever, okay? So I'm not trying to get to 100%, folks, all right? But what I'm saying is I'm getting ready to have heart surgery. And I guess it's where they might cut my rib cage open, and then they might take like a vein from my arm or my ear or my leg, or I have no idea where. And I don't know what they're going to do from there, okay? But I know they tell me you won't want to sneeze and you won't want to ever cough again after this because it's very, very painful. So I will probably not be here next Saturday with this show. So Colin will be involved, Brooks will be involved, Dan Gaffney might be giving us a hand just depending on his schedule. And we have some other people on standby. So the show could be better next week. Hopefully it will be. Could be worse, could be better. So, but I am going to be laid up for a while. They tell me like 5 or 6 weeks. I can't believe that it's going to take that long for me to get healed up. I'm thinking 5 or 6 days. But we'll see what happens. So I intend to start eating differently. I intend to start exercising. I intend to possibly even slow down my life some. I'm not sure about that one. Okay, that one there is the one that's the biggie. But anyway, I just want to let you know that I got word Rob Arlett is on its way. That's like hearing Santa Claus just crossed the North Pole or just left the North Pole. Rob Arlett is on his way, so be careful, be safe, Rob. There's radar everywhere, and if it's not radar, it's deer. So keep an eye out for everything. Now, what are you pointing your finger at?
Deer. I tell you what.
Struck a nerve with Brooks, didn't I?
2 different instances on the way here. I bet it had to be 20 deer crossing the road. Had a car in front of me, so he stopped and turned his 4-ways on as they're all going across. And it could have been the same set of deer because it was like, the big loops and stuff in the road.
Yeah.
But it comes across, and then we get to another section. Here they come coming the other way.
Well, did you see a sign that said deer crossing?
No, I didn't. So I'm going to have to talk to some
right, they need to put a sign up there. But anyway, just be careful. There's deer.
Yes.
I never thought Brooks was going to chime in on that. All right. But anyway, folks, you need to get on with exercise, and this is going to be my next thing. I want to encourage people, especially businessmen who are busy, who eat out too much, because here's who it's not fair to. It's not fair to your family. Like, it's you get sick, somebody else got to take care of you. It's going to be a big inconvenience for my family. So I'm just letting you know that you need to take care of yourself. It's no joke, and if you can't, anyway, you need to do it. So I don't know how else to explain that to you, but I might not be here for a few weeks, and that's if I survive everything, okay? So anyway, but these guys will take over. It's going to be good. They're probably not going to have as many giveaways as I do because then they'd be giving away my stuff. So it's okay for me to give away my stuff. I don't know if it's okay for everybody else. So speaking of all of this makes me think of my insurance man, okay? because I've got insurance to cover all of this. So my insurance agency is L&W Insurance Agency. I talk about them every week. I love them. They're good people to deal with. They're everywhere. They sell auto insurance, health insurance. They sell homeowners insurance. They sell disability insurance. They sell commercial coverage, workman's comp, whatever you may need when it comes to insurance. Businesses or individuals, they will take care of you. I love it when I call and I need to talk to somebody, I get a hold of a human being. They answer the phone and they connect me to where I got to go. They're on the web. There's a lot of people work there and they do a good job because insurance is insurance. You can buy it anywhere. It's the service behind the insurance that's incredible and that is priceless. So who am I talking about? L&W Insurance Agency, been around a long time, been serving Delaware for over 60 years. Their phone number is 856-7828, 856-7828. On the web, it's lwinsurance.com. You give them a call, tell them I sent you. If you need insurance, if you need a second opinion, whatever you may need, give them a call, and I think you'll be very pleased. L&W Insurance Agency. So anyway, we have had a good time here. We've had a lot of phone calls. I do want you to keep that phone number if you would. I don't intend to change it. It's 337-7300, 337-7300. We've had Barry from Dry Zone on. We've played Plunko. We also played some Plinko. We've done a little bit of everything, right? We gave away wine carriers, crutches, umbrella carriers, air fresheners. I don't know what's next. We're having a good time here. It's Weller Does Delmarva. We're going to take a break in a minute or two from the radio. So if you're listening on the radio and you say, I want to see what these guys look like, okay? Do they really look as good as they sound? So you can go to WellerDoesDelmarva.com. That's on the World Wide Web. That's why it's www.worldwideweb.Wellers. Nope, I got it wrong. WellerDoesDelmarva.com. Hey, like us on Facebook, too, if you want. All right, we're going to take a break from radio. So go watch us on the stream or watch us at My Cozy TV, 204 Comcast, 99 Mediacom, because we're sticking right here with you. We're not even taking a break. All right, so for those watching on TV,
Can we get back to the advertising opportunity?
Yeah, we really
never did get to finish
We really
that,
did
did we?
butcher that one up, didn't we?
Yeah.
All right, advertising.
Yes.
If you have a business or a product or an idea that you want to hire us to help you promote through TV, we are your people. We're the go-to people for that. Is that right?
Apparently we are.
Apparently we are. We are
least because we said so.
are self-appointed professionals, okay? We've appointed ourselves professionals in this. Here's what we are. I'm a businessman. Colin's a businessman. We do business. We know business. We've been in business a long time, and we just want to help you promote your business. We have this infomercial idea, okay? We've only got no more than 2 left. There might only be 1. We don't have our notes in front of us. But 3 minutes, okay? And you may not think that's a long time, but in TV land, that's a long time.
30 seconds is a long
Average.
commercial in
Yes.
TV. And there's also 15 seconds.
That's right.
But 30 seconds is kind of the standard. It's a long commercial.
So we're talking 3 minutes, correct?
That would be 6 30-second spots almost.
Right, and it could be 3 60-minute spots.
Right.
60-second spots.
Yeah, 60
Okay.
minutes.
Anyway, $200, $200. Now, what's that include? That includes a 3-minute infomercial. That includes us helping you make the commercial. We'll record it for you. Kind of need to do it in one take. We're not going to do a ton of editing or anything like that.
Mhm.
Now, that is an awful long message, isn't it?
Yes.
Okay. But anyway, thank you for the messages. So what we're saying is, folks, if you have something or have a business, we need some advertisers, okay? And we're asking you if you would like to be promoted and if you would like to support the show. So it's $200. You get a 3-minute infomercial, and that includes us helping you make the commercial. Now, there is a commitment. The commitment is we're going to run your commercial, and on your side of the fence, you need to agree to do it 6 times, okay? And that 6 times needs to be over a 6-month span. So you could do just 1 a month, or you could do 1 a week, or you could do 1 every day for 6 days straight, because it's on Monday through Friday from 5:30 a.m. to 7 during the Dan Gaffney Show, and then it's on Saturdays sometime between, when do we start? 7
7 and 9. Right.
Somewhere in there,
Mhm.
you could do it. So you could pick Saturdays only. You could pick Mondays only. You could pick Wednesdays only.
Mhm.
Right now, you've got some choices, okay? But we've only got so many of these we can sell. And then we're also selling 30-second commercials. We're also selling 60-second commercials also. So if you've always wanted to be on TV and you don't want to sign some 52-week commitment and have to spend thousands of dollars a month, but you can spend thousands of dollars a month, okay? But you can spend
There's
as
no
little
limit.
there's no limit. There's no limit to how much you can spend, okay? But anyway, we're just letting you know that if you own a business and you want to just test the waters, we're pretty easy to deal with. We have a lot of fun advertising. We do know business, and we'll try to help you any way we can. We're trying to sell advertising to underrate the cost of some things, but at the same time, we want to help you, all right? And you're going to find us very affordable and very easy to deal with. Is that right?
That's correct.
We're like,
That's
what's
exactly
that little gummy thing, a Gumby? What was that where you could twist it and bend it?
The
What was
Gumby?
that? The Gumby.
Yeah.
We're like Gumby, okay? We're flexible. We're bendable. Is that right?
Right.
Okay, but there's always a breaking point. 337-7300 if you have any questions. 337-7300. Give me a call. Let's talk about it. I probably won't call you back till Monday or Tuesday, but we would love the opportunity to have you as an advertiser as well as help you promote your business. How's that?
That's great. Yeah,
Anything
sounds
to
good.
add to that?
I don't think so. I think you covered it all. That sounded really good.
All right.
I'm excited to get moving on and let's get
Yeah,
some.
yeah, and we've already got
commercials
some
on
people,
here.
and so thank you to the people that have committed, and
Great.
we're going to get with them and get everything wrapped up. But at the same exact time, we have a few more openings, and there's a little bit of cost to doing this show, and our time and our energies, and of course our talents. Okay, that's
Oh, there
where
were
it really
also
kicks in.
we had the other offer where
What was
the,
it?
the screen, where you'll get a part of the screen here that'll be on
I don't have my drawing with
for
me.
about a half hour of time, so a
Right.
half hour segment.
So on the
of the show.
screen, your logo. I don't know if it's across the bottom or down the side.
It's going to be on the side.
On the
here,
side.
probably this side.
Yep. So that side over there,
Right.
not this side over here. It's that side. So it's called a screenshot, I guess you would call it.
Yeah, sure.
So 20 some minutes out of a half an hour,
Mhm.
people would see that.
Right.
It's unbelievable, folks, the technology, the things we can do. For you, of course. It's all for you. Okay? Now, did I have anything else I wanted to mention while I was on TV? I have no idea. I don't even know
And if you're worried,
where we're at.
Any TV only specials, or are they all done?
I can't remember.
Okay.
There is one I wanted to mention.
Okay.
Flags. Flags. Okay, we sell flags. 3x5 flag. I hope you know the prices, Brooks, because I don't know them, all right? 3x5 flags. So you can put them on a flagpole. Some people just pin them up in their garage or put them up somewhere. How much are the first ones?
$12.50.
Okay, and we have like what? Army, Navy, open. We have open ones.
That's correct.
We have USA.
Yep.
We have Delaware, Maryland.
Yep.
Okay, so we have quite a variety of these.
Yep, and you should have some right to your right or to your left there.
Okay, I probably do. But anyway, $12.50 a piece, right?
That's correct.
Okay, here's your as seen on TV special. Are you ready? Buy one, get the second one for half price. I'm going to make it even better. Buy one, get one free. You better make a note of that, Brooks. Buy one, get one free of these $12.50 flags. So you buy one for $12.50. And how much does the second one cost, Colin?
Nothing, but your notes say different.
I know, but I'm just going to do it anyway.
Just off the
All right?
cuff special.
Off the cuff. This is off the
Wow.
cuff. I'm giving away the farm. Buy one for $12.50, get another one for free. Okay? That is as long as you call, put your name on the list, and say, please put me down. I'm interested in that. I'll take that. And we have quite a variety. Is that correct?
Absolutely.
Absolutely.
Yep.
I mean, we have one that says absolutely.
No, we have quite a variety.
Oh, quite a variety. I just wanted to clarify. All right. So anyway, we're right here at Weller's. We're going to open at 9 o'clock here today, at 9 to 1. But if you want to take advantage of our specials that we mention here or the free items, you do have to do one thing. You've got to call. And it's 337-7300. Leave your name on the list. You're under no obligation. But if you don't call, you are not eligible. And what that is that's a test. And we also need one more thing. If you are watching us, we want to know where. Where are you watching? Now, I had somebody tell me the other day that they're sitting there in their pajamas in their living room. That's good information. That's good information. But what I'm asking
Could be
is,
a little too much.
Right. What I'm asking
A
is,
little too specific.
where are you watching from? I'm in Tillman Island.
Town, county,
Right.
zip
Town,
code.
county, zip code,
Right.
something like that. We're trying to figure out how far people go or how far people are watching us from, okay? 337-7300, all right? Now what are you telling me? We're back on the radio now. Holy mackerel. Colin, are you leaving?
I'm taking off. I'm headed to
Well,
Milford.
then let's say goodbye to Colin Walls, everybody. Goodbye, Colin Walls.
Goodbye.
Thanks for
Goodbye.
stopping
Thanks
in.
for the time.
Yep. So he is headed to Walls Service Center in Milford. So look him up there. You can go there and meet him and watch the rest of the show if you want. And if you have any donuts to bring them. Okay, stop here first. All right.
We like
Brooks?
the chocolate covered with the cream inside. That's the.
I've actually gotten hooked on Bavarian lately.
I think that's the same thing.
Oh, really? All right. Can I do another advertisement?
Absolutely.
All right. We got a lot going on with the show, and we want to just say thank you for tuning us in. I had mentioned next week or two I probably won't be here, okay? Some of you are saying, hallelujah, I get to listen to somebody else. Some of you may miss me, all right? So I'm just letting you know I am getting scheduled to have a heart procedure done, and if all goes well, I will be back on the air at some point. But they're telling me I'm going to be laid up for a few weeks. I'm not convinced I agree with them, but we will just see. So the show will go on. The show will go on, but Weller Does Delmarva might be minus me for the next few weeks. So Brooks is going to take it from there, and I've got Colin Walls. I've got Colin Walls the second. I've got Dan Gaffney. I think Jack Riddle might be involved, and who knows who else. So anyway, I'm just letting you know that I'm going to miss you, and hopefully you might miss me, but that's what's going on. I might even start a Facebook page, what we would call it, Jim Weller's Heart Health Update or something like that. So anyway, so one of my advertisers that I really enjoy working with and dealing with and doing business with, of course, is First Class Heating and Air. And they are a first-class company. There's absolutely no question about it. They're a great company to deal with, and I'm very happy with them, and I like them, and so on and so forth. So I'm just telling you that if you need some heating and air conditioning work done, I highly recommend them. Now, you may need something as simple as, wow, it's time of year, want to get my heater and air conditioner serviced? Well, no problem at all. They can take care of that. You might say, Jim, I've heard you talk about these maintenance agreements. I think I want to go ahead and get one because I might need something done, and I want to get those discounts. Well, if you get a maintenance agreement and they come out once a year, twice a year, and service your system and you need something done, both parts and labor, you then get a discount by having a maintenance agreement. They also offer plumbing, okay? All kinds of plumbing. You can sit over here, young man, if you want. Rob Arlett has arrived. But anyway, they also do plumbing, so we're talking about first-class heating and air. And like I say, if you buy the maintenance agreement, you get service once a year, twice a year on your heating and air conditioning system, but they also give you a discount, and I like discounts. So it's almost like if you think something's wrong, buy that maintenance agreement before you call them. But that's up to you. I'm not trying to tell you how to spend your money or run your business, but I'm just saying, or you can just call them and they'll take care of it. They offer 24/7 emergency service. They've been serving Delaware and Maryland for over 40 years. They're locally owned, locally operated. Their vehicles are lettered. Their employees have uniforms on. They're background tested. They're drug tested. They're honest. Their prices are fair. They'll tell you how much something's going to be up front, and they're just a great company to deal with. Again, their name is First Class Heating and Air. If you have any questions about them, call me. I've dealt with them numerous times. I'm very happy with them. But their number is 934-8900, 934-8900, First Class Heating and Air, and it's firstclasshvac.com on the web. And if you need a brand new system, or you need something, or you want some plumbing done, and you don't want to pay for it all at once, they have financing options too. So, great company to deal with, 934-8900. Now, I have got so many questions for Rob Arlett, and was very proud of you. Why don't you use the microphone?
I will use that mic. Good morning, sir.
All right.
How are you?
Good.
It's great to see you.
I was very proud of you yesterday. I thought you represented Sussex County and Delaware well. The Republican Party was well represented, and Donald Trump did a fantastic job, did he not?
I think he did. I think the crowd received his message very well.
Yep. So let's say, who are you? Sussex County Councilman, first of all,
Yes.
Rob Arlett. But here today, we're not talking council business.
Correct.
Is that right?
That is correct.
Today, we're going to talk about what's the title or the?
Sure. I was the, or I should say I am the
Okay.
Delaware State Chairman for the Trump campaign.
Okay. And this has got to be, I don't ever remember in my life a presidential election ever being this invigorating or engaging. People are paying attention,
They are.
and they're wanting something other than what they've seen before.
That is true.
Like
Yep.
they've seen this movie enough, and they're ready for a new episode.
I think they are ready for. Yeah, I think the American people, Delawareans, are ready for a whole lot of change.
I think
I
so,
really
too.
do,
Yeah.
and I think it's a combination of many things. I think people are just frustrated with elected officials
Yeah.
in general. They say
Yeah.
one thing and do something different. There's no credibility. There's no transparency,
Just more of the same.
Yeah, and I think there's a lot of frustration, and I think
Yeah.
my campaign was a part of that effort. I think truth be told, and people were looking for an outsider, somebody different, and I think that same message has resonated with Donald Trump
Well,
and the American people.
now, in all honesty, you were. What do I use the word MC?
That is the title I was given.
Okay,
Yes.
so yesterday there was a rally in
Yes.
Harrington up at the Delaware State Fairgrounds. I don't know the exact number. I heard 4,000 or 5,000 people were inside the building. I don't know if you heard.
I've heard numbers from Secret Service and those guys. Probably somewhere between 7 and 8.
Oh,
is
wow.
what, is
Okay.
what they're saying. Because I mean, those bleachers
Were full.
hold just 3,000 alone, 2,700.
Okay.
Alone.
But-
and then you had lots of people on the floor, as you know.
Wasn't it a
standing.
perfect? You know what I liked about the floor? I know this sounds silly, is it was dirt.
Yeah.
And my legs weren't aching.
Yeah,
Where
that's
if I
true.
was standing on blacktop or cement, I'd have been a lot tireder.
That's true.
I know that sounds like a silly, nilly, nothing thing, but I just noticed it was so comfortable to stand there.
Yeah, and actually we learned through the process once we were able to secure the building and the facility that they actually go in there and they wet it down and
Okay,
and
keep the dust down.
tamper it down,
Okay.
so people don't get dirty or nothing along
Okay.
those lines. So there's a little bit of a science going into it.
Obviously. But what
so
a
it was pretty cool.
perfect location.
It was.
Parking was flawless.
Mhm.
Everything was good. No protesters.
Right.
You know, it was just a wonderful, great bathrooms. You know,
That's important.
Well, I went to the other one and there wasn't a porta potty one.
Right.
I know
right.
that sounds silly, but you
You-
know, when you gather thousands of people, somebody
Sure.
needs to go.
And the logistics were, as you know, I did not go to the one in Maryland.
Mm-hmm.
I had already committed to go to the DPI banquet at the Wycomico Center. But you know, it's a different team, a campaign team. It's a different everything. Maryland
Right.
versus Delaware as it relates
Right.
to the campaign. So, and I was told down there was no MC. There was nothing.
Nothing.
He just kind of showed up
Walked
on
in
stage.
and- right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So this one, we wanted to make sure it was done a little bit different in that sense. And so, as you know, there was about a 30, I wasn't keeping the exact time of the clock, but 30 to 40 minute pre-program
Yeah.
that I was involved with.
Mhm.
And but it was exciting. It was a great experience, I think, for everybody that was there,
Hmm.
and an amazing
I loved
message.
it.
Yeah, I'm with you.
I
And-
loved it.
and,
I just walked around and socialized, and
Yeah,
I was allowed to have all the fresh air I wanted, and I liked that. And
Exactly.
the air was fresh.
it was.
That
fresh.
was the thing. I mean, everybody I talked to, I don't know how many I talked to. I talked to, I'm sure, 100 people
Sure.
yesterday, okay? But the same feeling, young, old, no matter what nationality, no matter what, they're like, man, this just feels like we have a reasonable expectation this man is going to perform for us.
Yeah, I believe he is. I mean, he comes across as with a personality that does not attract many people.
Hmm.
At the same time, he's got a personality that a lot of people are attracted to,
Right.
because he says what's on his heart, on his
Right.
brain. He doesn't have a filter. He speaks his mind.
Right.
And but and I think to that point, I think a lot of people are resignating or just tired of the same old talk and not getting anything done. And it's very, very frustrating. There's an amazing amount of frustration out there within even Delaware, I have to tell you. And because of we've been under Democratic control for many, many years, and I'm not always a party guy. I mean,
Right.
I'm more of a principled person guy.
Right.
But in the end, when you have these elected officials,
That's Donald Trump.
There you
It's
go.
a Maryland number.
there you go. So, but I think the message is just resonating. And in my mind, so many of the elected officials have forgotten who they're to serve.
Right.
They're to serve the people.
Right.
They are supposed to serve the people and truly get out of the way of the people. That's the other part of the message that people seem to forget. As an elected
Right.
guy, serve the people doesn't mean you give them everything, taxpayer dollars, all these entitlements. No, really what that means is get out of the way, give them the opportunity so they can go pursue their passions, their visions, their dreams, and what they believe is best for them and their families.
Can you just tell me what it was like to meet Donald Trump? Did he talk to you?
Oh, more than that.
Okay.
It was we save this perhaps for another time, but I would,
Well,
you
can
know,
you stay till the end of the show? I mean,
I'm committed, as I
Okay,
shared with you.
all
And
right.
so, you know, I will tell you, we, myself and my wife and my son were I was the first person he shook
Okay.
the hand of
Okay.
in Delaware.
Okay.
So I said, Mr. Trump, I said, Rob Arlett, welcome to Delaware.
Really? And what did he say?
He said,
Delaware?
Delaware, exactly. And no, he obviously was very gracious and very respectful, very polite, and he was excited to be here.
Wow.
So it was pretty cool. It was pretty
And he
darn
wears
cool.
that hat, doesn't he?
He does wear that hat.
Isn't that amazing?
Yes, sir. Well, it's all about marketing, right? You know
Oh,
that.
it's all about marketing.
It's all about
yeah.
that image. It's all about that marketing. But for me, we look beyond that and to the message.
Right.
The message of the national security, the national of the economy, you know, the importance of the economy, I should say. And I think also, you know, broadening the party. I mean, I think that's an important role. And he is the only candidate that has attracted people of other parties.
Right.
If you think about that. So there's a lot of independents and those Reagan Democrats that have shifted over to support him. There's no other Republican candidates that are doing that, and there's no Democrats that are attracting Republicans.
Right.
So he's really, I think, in the end, will be a unifier, because anybody who is not understanding the importance of national security shouldn't be in office to begin with.
Mhm.
Well,
Correct.
I'll take it one more step. I think anybody who's an elected official doesn't understand the importance and the priority of public safety should not be in office,
Right. Should
because
we-
they forgot who they're to be serving. They're
Correct.
to be serving the people
Right.
and not their own self-interests.
All right. Well, I'm going to do a couple other things. Hold on here. Let me see what time. Yeah, I need to do a couple commercials. But listen, I did want to ask, where would you steer somebody if they wanted to learn more about Donald Trump? What is the best website to go to or something like
Well,
that?
best website would be his website.
Okay,
So
okay.
his website is www.donaldj, for John, that's his middle initial,
Okay.
donaldjtrump.com.
Donald J.
And
Trump.
all of his platform information is right there. You can even go on there and you'll find Delaware and click on volunteer. We'd love to get some more volunteers. We've got
Oh,
a huge
okay.
get out the vote
Okay.
effort going on today.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, in all three of our office locations in each of the three counties. And so this morning, I know at 9 o'clock and also at 1 o'clock, there's a huge push right now to get out that vote for this up-and-coming
'Cause it's
Tuesday's
Tuesday.
election. The election is Tuesday.
It's Tuesday.
It is Tuesday.
Like
It is,
next Tuesday.
Presidential primary day is Tuesday in Delaware.
Right. So at Wednesday, your vote will be worthless. Tuesday, it needs to be cast.
Absolutely. Yep.
Okay.
You got it.
All right. Well, then you can hang out. You can walk around
Sure.
or stay right here, whatever you want. And
All right.
I'm going to talk about a couple other things, and
You
then
go.
I'll have you on after 8:30.
Sounds like a
okay?
plan. Thank you, sir.
All right. That is Rob Arlett, everybody, and I enjoy talking to him, and I enjoy his passion about wanting to get involved, and that's what we're seeing. People are wanting to get involved. They are just tired of the same old thing. It'd be trying to, like, eat leftovers all the time. You would just get tired of it at some point, okay? You know, so I think people want to see some movement, some positive movement. Obviously, my description of Donald Trump is this. Of all of the candidates running, the man has more financially invested in America than any of the other ones. He has more to lose, and he is going to do a good job. People are concerned. He doesn't have a filter. The man knows how to do business. You know, the art of the deal. He knows how to get it done, and that's what you got to do. You got to get it done. If you don't get it done, guess what? It's going to be undone. All right? So it's either done or undone. So next up is one of my friends, Rick Fowler. Really good man to do business with. And what business does he own? He owns no nonsense office machines. No nonsense office machines, okay? So where is he located? Conveniently located 2 miles east of the Circle in Georgetown, right next to Sports at the Beach Complex. And I say that because he has a store that's a very nice store to go in and look around. He has new items and he has used items. What I really like about his used items, okay, is the fact that he bench tests them, that everything does work. There are other places that sells used copiers and used fax machines and tablets and laptops and computers and printers and so on, but they don't test them because they don't, I mean, plugging it in to see if it works is not really testing it. So Rick Fowler is a trained technician. The people that work for him know their stuff, and so they make sure if they sell you something used that it's right. They stand behind it. Then on top of that, he sells things new. So it's like a one-stop shopping for all your electronic needs. So the name of the business is No Nonsense Office Machines. I've been dealing with him 25, 30 years. Very honest, very dependable, just a good guy all the way around. His phone number is 856-7381. 856-7381 is his phone number. You can give him a call on the phone at 856-7381. Tell him I sent you. But stop in his store and look around, and if you need anything from a laptop to a computer to a fax machine to a copier, gaming systems, or whatever, he will take good care of you. So it's No Nonsense Office Machines. Give him a call. Stop by and see him or something. I guess that I am stuck with, I have the opportunity to talk to Brandon Ritter. Now, this is Brooks Ritter's, I don't know if you call yourselves twins or not, but anyway, it's Brooks Ritter's brother, Brandon Ritter. I got way off track talking about that big building out there, but I want to say it one more time. If you've never seen it, stop by and just look at this daggone thing. We're just so excited to have it, and the fact that we've got that special on it makes it even better. So
Yes.
What did you want to talk about?
Well, I mean, that was one thing.
Were you done?
Was a lot of. I wanted to highlight a lot of the different options and stuff that were on.
Did you
that.
figure me up a car garage?
I haven't got to that
Holy mackerel. Now he's going to tell me he was busy.
yet. No,
He was
I wasn't.
busy.
I was over playing solitaire, and I got really in depth.
Got too deep in the game.
Yeah. So
All right.
I'll have that before the end of the show, so you can definitely
All right.
advertise that. But,
Okay.
One other thing is on the trailer side of things.
Okay.
You know, a lot of times I get on here and I get talking about buildings and garages and stuff like that, and
Right.
I
You forget we sell trailers.
and I forget we sell trailers.
That
So.
not to mention that there's hundreds of them out there
Yes.
stacked 10, 12 feet tall.
I had the pleasure of unloading a load of trailers yesterday, a load of dump trailers we got in yesterday. On that load, we also we ordered a new bucket for a dump trailer for a customer. So we don't just do
Wait a
trailers.
minute. What's a bucket for a dump trailer?
The actual bucket of the dump trailer?
I'm going to call it the bed.
The bed.
Can
There
I
you
call it
go.
the bed?
Yes.
All right, folks. Some people call it the bucket of their dump trailer, and some people call it the bed. Why would a person buy a new bed for a dump trailer?
Well, because in this instance, he actually had his dump trailer for many, many years, and it just deteriorated, and he ended up damaging it by putting too much weight on it. But we ended up ordering him another bed for his dump trailer. So we don't just do trailers. We
Was
can
it
get
one we
different
sold?
parts. It was one we sold.
Really?
Mhm.
And he had it that long? Okay, so you're saying that the brand of dump trailer we sell, we can actually order a whole new bed if somebody wants one.
Yep. We can
Wow.
order a whole new bed. We can order all the different parts, toolboxes, anything you really need. We
Axle
can do.
springs.
Yep. We can do all
Gates.
that here.
All right.
Yeah. But all
Because I
on
don't
the
think
other-
we ever talk about that kind of stuff.
We don't. We don't. We
the
usually
amount of things we can order, you know?
We don't. We usually talk about the trailer, and that's about it. But there's a lot that's involved in trailers, and with that, our sales staff are very knowledgeable of the trailers inside and out. We have good relationships with the manufacturers, so we can
You think
communicate
so?
well with them.
They love the amount we buy.
Yeah, they look at our lot and they're like,
Right.
"Ooh."
Yeah. There's a big customer there.
So when you come to purchase a trailer, you're getting a lot more than just the trailer. You're getting
a team.
You're getting a team, yes.
Yeah.
And we don't just sell you the trailer and bye-bye, see you later.
Mm-hmm.
If you need new tires, we're here. If you had a question, you say, hey, I'm not sure if this trailer is supposed to be doing this.
Right.
We're going to help you out. We're
Right.
going to go
Do
out
I
and
have
show
the
you.
right hitch or ball mount? So
Right.
many people don't realize some ball mounts are hollow, some ball mounts are solid,
Right.
some balls are rated at a certain rate. Some,
And you need different heights. I mean, I can't
Right.
count the amount of times I've seen, the local people that rent the trailers up and down the highways, and the thing's nosediving into the
Right.
ground, and the people are
Yeah.
taking a 300-mile trip. It's
Yeah.
not safe.
and think about the guy in front of them when their headlights are on.
Right. Right. So we're here from the step one to the final step.
Right.
We're gonna
We're,
help you
we're
out.
pretty much here for you.
Yes.
Okay. I mean, some businesses are just there to sell you something and so on. But if you come into Weller's and you've never been here, you're very quickly going to realize it's a friendly environment. We're family oriented. The language is according. You can bring your kids in here. It's clean. It's orderly. It's so on. We're not real pushy. Okay? In other words, we're going to give you information. We would love to sell you something, but we want you to be satisfied, and we want it to be your decision.
Right.
We're here for you after the sale. Do we speak for any of the manufacturers? No.
Right.
No. I mean, in other words, everything we sell, if you have a problem or an issue, or you even think you have one, we're at the mercy of the manufacturer. We sign agreements that say we legally will not say anything on their behalf. We have to allow them to tell us what we can or can't do for you. Sometimes that's very satisfactory. Sometimes we've had people come unglued at the hinges,
Right.
Thinking, but what we run into is most people that own a trailer, it's their first trailer. Okay?
Right.
So they think they're an expert, but they're not an expert because it's their first trailer. In
Right.
other words, they can't possibly be an expert. I cannot get over the amount of calls we've had today. Can you guys believe it?
No, it's been
It's
amazing.
amazing.
So I want to say thank you to all the people that are calling us. We want to know where you're watching from, where you're listening from. We had some giveaways. We appreciate that. We offered some advertising opportunities. We appreciate that. But I have never had the phone calls like we've had today. So just want to let you know also, I forgot what I was saying, but I've got somebody watching. This is unbelievable. This turkey, he can't be where he's saying he is. Mark Johnson is informing us that he is in Anchorage, Alaska, and wants to know what kind of gift that we want him to bring back from Anchorage, Alaska. Okay? I added that part. I added that part, Mark.
Take a chunk of ice from an iceberg.
A king crab.
A king crab.
Yes.
Not lobster?
No, that would be Maine.
Oh, you're right. You're right.
Yeah,
You're right.
King
Other
crab.
side.
That's the Bering Strait. That's where that TV. I forget what it's called, but Deadliest Catch. That's where they do that out that way.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay,
king-
so
king
no
crab.
lobster. You want a king crab.
King crab.
Okay, a big one. All right, everybody.
Steamed
Good
and ready to
morning,
go.
Mark. Mark owns that Granite Place, another one of our great advertisers, but he is watching us from Anchorage, Alaska. Now, I don't know if he is watching on My Cozy TV or WellerDoesDelmarva.com. Okay, I think he's watching on the stream. So good morning, Mark. We miss you. We had a gift for you. It's right under here, but nope, can't have it today. Not here.
I'll have to put it
Anyway,
back.
wish you were here though. All right. Well, anyway, good morning, Mark Johnson, and thank you for your support and so on. So anyway, at Weller's, what we're saying is you get Brandon Ritter.
Yes.
Okay, you get his brother Brooks, you get Jason Troyer, you get Earl. It's a group of people. We work every day. We try to do a good job. Are we perfect? Are we? Aren't we? I don't know.
Not quite.
Yeah, we're not quite perfect. Do you have to hire your lawyer to get it straight? No, you don't have to do that. But you treat us nice, we'll treat you nice. We're just people trying to do business. We'd love to have your business. Not everybody's business is worth having. We've realized that. We can't win them all. We couldn't handle them all if we had them all. So, but we want your business. I
Right.
keep interrupting, don't I?
Yeah, and I was just going to add, most importantly, we live, we eat in the community
Yes.
that you're from.
Yeah.
So we're not here to just take your money and say see you later. We're
Correct.
here to get you into the trailer, not only that you want, but that you need. Sometimes
Right.
people come in here and they're like, I
They
just need a
think that-
trailer,
right.
and they buy a landscape or want to buy a landscaping trailer and want to put a car on it.
Right.
Not necessarily the
Right.
most best thing to do.
And
so,
we have had many people that bought a trailer up or down the road at another trailer place that it wasn't the right trailer.
right.
And they're in here trading it in.
Right.
Because, we take trade-ins. We
Yeah.
hardly ever mention that.
Yes, we do.
Most trailer dealers don't take trade-ins. We take trade-ins, which means we have used trailers, too, if you need a used trailer, right?
Yep.
So anyway, how do they reach you?
They can give us a call at 337-8228, or the best thing to do, especially for trailers, to come in, talk to one of the salespeople. We'll take you out on the lot and show you what we got.
Will you really?
Yeah.
You promise?
Even if it's raining.
Even if it's raining. All right, Brooks is saying we're taking a break from the radio. But we're going to stay right on. We're going to stay right with you on My Cozy TV, or go to the stream, WellerDoesDelmarva.com, and watch us there. All right? Are you done?
I think I'm done.
All right, I'm going to continue on with the TV side of things. So, for those watching on the stream and watching on TV, thank you for your participation, okay? You're watching Weller Does Delmarva. We have a good time here. That was Brandon Ritter. If you saw Brooks and Brandon side by side, you would say, wow, I can't tell them apart. They're brothers. But anyway, so we're having a good time. Mark Johnson, I don't know what you're doing in Anchorage, Alaska, and how did you get there from yesterday morning to now? So, but anyway, we're having a good time. I did mention earlier that we had some advertising opportunities. We had a lot of phone calls about that. So if you want to buy any commercials, we have 30-second commercials, 1-minute commercials, but the best bang for the buck is a 3-minute infomercial for $200. Now think about that. You can't buy that anywhere. That I'm sure of. A 3-minute infomercial for $200. Colin Walls and myself will help you produce the thing. We'll come out and record it with you. We'll talk about your business or highlight your products or services or whatever. That's a 6-time commitment. You got to buy it 6 times. So what's 6 times $200? $1,200. Okay, very small investment. You could say, well, I don't want to spend that in a month. That's okay. You could spend it over 6 months. You could just buy 1 ad a month. You could buy 1 ad a week. You could buy 1 ad a day. It would be either during Dan Gaffney's show on Monday through Friday from 5:30 in the morning till 7. It could be any time there, or it could be during my show on Saturday mornings from 7 to 9. Any questions? 337-7300, and I will get back to you when I can in reference to that, okay? Now, the next thing I want to tell you is that Weller's Utility Trailers is going to be open today from 9 to 1. We have a very busy day planned. We have a very busy day planned every day. But we're here for you. We'll take good care of you. We also would like you to go to our website, which starts with www.whatwoodweller.do, www.wellers.com, which is WELLERS.com. Were you going to say something? Okay, good enough then. Didn't want you to. All right? So anyway, but it's Wellers.com, and you go on there and you say, holy mackerel, how could anybody have such a variety of things? Well, some of it was on purpose, and some of it was not on purpose, okay? I used to buy tractor trailer loads of stuff, and here's how I would buy them. I would get a phone call, and I would close my eyes, and they would say, it's 53 foot long, it's a tractor trailer body full of stuff, it came from who knows where, Sears, Boscov's, or whatever, and it was merchandise where they were just clearing the shelves. And they said, let's just get rid of it. So you say, how could a man acquire thousands of pair of crutches? Do you know how much we sell these for, Brooks?
$15.
All right, so how could a man sell crutches, brand spanking new, and they're aluminum, for $15? Because if you went to a medical supply facility, they'd probably be $100, okay? But I do it because I bought tractor trailer loads of crutches. And then I'm like, oh my gosh, I'll never sell them things. So that's why we were giving them away earlier, okay? But you can buy them for $15. But those are some of the examples. But you say, what does Weller's normally do? Like, what do we normally do? Normally, we sell utility trailers, landscape trailers, dump trailers, car trailers, equipment trailers, tow dollies, aluminum trailers, tilt beds, flat beds, whatever. New ones, used ones. Largest dealer around, probably the largest dealer in the Northeast United States, not just Delaware, Maryland, or Virginia, okay? Our average customer travels 150 miles or greater, and people say, why would somebody travel so far? It's because when you get here and you say, okay, I'm looking for a 7x14 enclosed trailer. We've got 3 or 4 different brands represented, not 3 or 4 different trailers, but 3 or 4 different brands of trailers. So you can see the difference between how one brand is built versus another. Because if you pick up a publication that's white paper with black ink, they all look the same. But you got to see them, you got to touch them, you got to feel them. So somebody in Jersey, he's not going to find a trailer store with this kind of selection. So he travels on down and spends a half a day with us and says, man, I appreciate that. I appreciate the selection. I appreciate the time you took with me. And I feel like I got a really good value. And that's what Weller's is all about. You can buy trailers anywhere. You can buy them 7 days a week. You can buy them night and day. Big box stores got them and so on. So if you don't really want any service or don't really want anybody to spend any time with you, you've got tons of choices. But there's only one Weller's Utility Trailers. We've been in business 42 years. I'm 58 years old. I've been in business since I was 16. I started in the tire business. Now I'm in the trailer business. And we know how to do business. We pride ourselves on having a good selection, fair prices, honest integrity. We treat you right
Reflect the views
before,
of the staff,
during,
management,
and after
or
the sale.
advertisers of
Give me a
Delaware
call,
1059.
337. What's the phone number here? 337-8228. 337-8228 is the store number. We're coming back on the radio now. This is the final. This is hard to believe, Brooks. This is the final half hour of the show. Rob, you can come on over and have a seat. I'm going to talk about a couple of my sponsors, and then I'm going to talk some more to Rob Arlett. But one of my advertisers that I love. Again, people say, all the people you talk about, you really like them. Well, here's why. This is my accountant I'm going to talk to now about, and his name's George Luff. And why I like him, he's been my accountant for 25 plus years. I've been through an audit that lasted 8 days. I didn't know a penny when it was over with. I was happy with that. They do a good job with my bookkeeping, both my personal business. I have a business that has all my rental properties, and then I also have, I got my personal, I got Weller's, and then I got JKJ, which is my rental business. I own like 19 properties, so I have a lot going on there. And they do all my bookkeeping for me. But they also do my payroll. And my daughter used to do my payroll, and every time we would go on vacation, she had to take a printer with her and do the payroll and send it back, and she could never relax. Now that Luff & Associates does my payroll, all she's got to do is get the information to them, and they take care of the rest. So who is it? It's Luff & Associates, and they are an accounting firm, all right? They're located in Milford. They have an office in Dover, and they have an office in Rehoboth. I'm going to give you one phone number that gets you everywhere. Been in business a long time. George Luff is there. He's got a great staff, and he also has his son working with him now, Tyler, also. And so I like dealing with them from an accounting point of view. I like dealing with them as far as a payroll point of view. So if you own a business and you got 1 employee or 5 employees or 155 employees, they can help you with your payroll to any small degree or large degree that you want. You don't have to use them for your accounting work. If you want them to help you with the payroll, they'll just do that part. If you want them to help you all the way around, they'll do that. So who is it? It's Luff & Associates in Milford, in Rehoboth, and in Dover. It's 422-9699, 422-9699, Luff & Associates. I'm sorry, I didn't say it right, but it's luffcpas.com on the web, luffcpas.com on the web. Now, I'm going to take a minute with Rob Arlett. Got a couple other things I'm going to also talk about. But, Rob, we were talking about the Donald Trump rally. I think you said right now, today, there's opportunities for somebody to get out and get involved.
There is.
Now, let's say a person's listening and they say, I have never in my life got involved in a campaign thing. All they want is my money. Help me break that myth.
Well, first off, Mr. Trump is not asking for anybody's money.
Okay.
He is self-funding.
So we will set that myth aside. Nothing to do with money here.
He is self-funding, so he's not looking for actually any money
Okay.
at all. So
Okay.
right now, after yesterday, we're kind of shifting into our next focus.
Right.
And yesterday's event was a huge success, as you know. And
It was
so
wonderful.
right
Rally
now,
in Harrington.
Yep. Right now, our next focus is going to be to get out the vote.
Get out to vote. Next Tuesday.
Next Tuesday.
Critical.
And you would vote to at the normal location you would vote at.
Okay, so because I've had some people say, well, I never got a card in the mail or anything. They don't need to.
Correct. No.
Wherever you voted last time,
Yes,
You
your
vote next
normal polling location that you would typically vote for at any election is the
Okay.
same spot you'd be voting for next week Tuesday. This is the only this election on Tuesday is the presidential primary election.
critical.
Critical for both sides of the
For
aisle.
both, Democratic
yes,
or Republican.
that is correct. Yep.
Yes.
So that's what's going on next Tuesday. So, but get out the vote effort for the Trump campaign has been going on behind the scenes, but now with
It's
the added
intensifying.
excitement from
Yeah.
yesterday's event, now we actually are pulling in all of the hundreds of volunteers.
Wow.
Hundreds of volunteers we've had, so right now now it's time to get out. We're gonna have some fun. We're going to be
Right.
offering some food and some fun, and all free, of course.
So what would somebody do? Somebody's listening right now. Are they going to do something today?
They can. Sure.
Okay.
Yeah,
so
they can.
Somebody's listening right now, and they say, I want to get involved. What would they do?
Well, let me see if I can find the phone number to
Okay.
our with my glasses here.
All right.
So, the office number for here in Sussex County, the Sussex County
Okay.
headquarters,
All right.
is actually located in Dagsboro, actually in my real estate office.
Okay.
As a matter of fact, over on Vines Creek. But the phone number there for the Trump campaign for Sussex County is 302-440-3122.
440-3102.
3122.
I'm sorry.
Yep.
3122.
Yep,
Okay.
302-440-3122.
All
You
right.
could also go to, I believe it's probably on the Trump, probably the website,
Okay.
and the information will be there. But if you wanted to show up at the office, you can do that too.
And
Joe
they'll go do
Udo will be there.
What are they going to do today, then?
Well, it
Like,
depends on what they want to do.
oh, there's options.
Sure. Yeah, there
Okay.
are options. I mean, if you've got a smartphone, as an example,
Okay.
you actually will download an app.
Okay.
And then if you want to go knock on some doors for
Okay.
registered Republicans, and
Okay.
go meet people face to face and let them know about the excitement that we've got going on in here in Delaware.
Okay.
And they can encourage them to come out and vote for Mr. Trump on Tuesday.
Excellent.
You can do that if you want to make phone calls.
Okay.
There's actually, if you've got a computer, we can set you up to actually make phone calls from home.
Really?
So,
So what would they do? They call up and say, "Hey, this is Jim Weller. I just want to let you know that I'm involved with the Trump campaign, and I just want to encourage you, to get out on Tuesday." Do you encourage them to vote for Trump, or do you just encourage them to get out and vote?
Both.
Both.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
but,
both.
Because even if they say, "Well, I don't like Donald Trump," but still get out and vote. Make a
Sure.
difference. In other words,
Well, the
get
Trump campaign,
engaged.
we don't want. If you're not going to vote for Mr. Trump, then don't come out and vote. No,
Okay.
just kidding.
Okay.
That comes from the Trump campaign, but
Because they
I'm-
could change their mind at the
and I'm
last
just
minute.
kidding. I just kid that as I say that.
Right.
But truth be told, it's important to get involved. It's just super important, Jim.
Right.
I mean, before I ran for office, yes, I was asked to get involved in politics about 4 years ago. I turned it down because I was focused on my mom and her care.
Okay.
And we got involved. Well, at least if you can't do that, but can you do this?
Right.
Kind of like Jim, right? Being at the Dan Gaffney show on Friday mornings at
Right.
at Jimmy's Grill, and then here you are, got
Right.
your own radio show.
Yeah.
Now you're a part of the TV show.
Right.
So it has evolved for you.
Correct.
Correct.
But you
And
got to get your toe in the water.
You got to get your toe in the water, and,
Right.
and not knowing that I was never involved in politics at all.
Oh, really?
Up until that point.
Okay.
So you never know. But I
So
mean,
you're not a career politician.
I am far from that.
Well, I guess that's obvious because you're doing something.
I would say that perhaps is an accurate statement. Yes.
Look,
so,
same number. I'm telling you, that's got to be Donald
Then
Trump.
you should pick it up.
He
maybe,
wants to
maybe.
know if I enjoyed the tour of the helicopter.
Well, I bet you did.
I do know that the little seatbelt clasp things are gold.
Well, there you go. If you've got that source, I trust you, Jim.
I don't want to share the pictures or anything.
But I will tell you, and I was given the information as we were waiting for Mr. Trump yesterday. He actually the helicopter flew into the airport in Georgetown,
Okay.
refueled. So he was there. There was a slight delay because of the weather.
Oh, yes,
The weather.
yeah.
We had a little bit of a storm come through.
Okay.
That caused a little bit of a delay. But Mr. Trump's helicopter, and actually Mr. Trump, did stop in at the coastal airport in Georgetown yesterday, which is kind of cool, and on his way up to the Harrington Fairgrounds.
Can we brag on a state organization for just a minute?
Please.
The Delaware State Police yesterday,
Yeah.
I thought, did a fantastic job. From start to finish, all the other police agencies that were involved,
Right.
the support group. I thought Delaware should be proud of their support team.
I agree.
Because we look good. We did it right. We did a good job. And I mainly noticed the state police part, but the Secret
Sure.
Service people and the EMTs and just the fire companies and everybody. I was proud. I mean, we did a good job. We didn't look like a bunch of bozos.
We did not.
We looked like we'd done this before.
Well, that's because we are the first state, Jim. We
Absolutely.
do know what we are capable of doing.
Correct.
In this
And
state.
we're workers.
We are hard workers in this state,
Yes.
and it was as you know, as a fellow honorary troop commander.
Yes.
as
You're the
are,
honorary troop commander of
Troop 4,
Georgetown.
and you are Troop 5.
Troop 5.
There
yes.
you go. So it is kind of cool, isn't it?
It
not?
is. It's
So it is kind of neat to have that inside look at the Delaware State Police.
yes.
And have a voice.
Yeah.
We met with the lieutenant colonel and the troop commander on Thursday,
Okay.
and we talked about some things that we're going to be changing.
Yeah.
As a matter of fact,
Okay.
and so we're very excited about that as well. But right now, get out the vote effort. So that's
Yep.
kind of where we're focused right
All
now
right.
up until Tuesday.
All right. So
So-
get out and vote.
You got it.
DonaldJTrump.com, I think
got
it
it.
was.
Yes, sir.
All right. Anything else, Rob? I don't want to cut you short, but
No, I think we're good. I just appreciate the opportunity to come in, and I'm
Well, I'm
honored
glad.
to have a cup of coffee purchased by you.
hey, and you can't imagine how many years it was before I finally had free coffee at Weller's.
And I'm excited to be in your store. I can say
Well, thank
honestly
you.
that I've been in amongst a historic site.
All right. Well, yes, you have. And I'm
Amen.
going to give you a gift.
Oh,
Very rare.
there you go.
Owner-operator. You operate it yourself. This is
Okay.
a Weller's back scratch.
I'm loving that.
How's that?
You know, this I will hold this cherished. You know why? Because my father used these all the time,
Aren't they nice?
and he passed away last year. So this will
Wow.
this will remind me of him
All right.
until
Well,
the
there
day
you
I
go.
pass on.
All right.
So thanks, Jim. I
All right,
appreciate
thank
that
you,
gift.
Rob.
Thanks,
and
brother.
thank you for everything you do. So
Appreciate
I'm
you.
excited. Did I
Yep.
miss anything? Because I don't want to cut you short.
No,
Rob.
we're all good. We're all
Okay.
good. So, but again, I just appreciate the opportunity.
All right. Well,
Yeah.
thanks a lot.
God bless you. Thank
Okay.
you.
God bless you.
Okay.
Have a good, safe
You bet.
weekend, Rob.
I will.
Okay. All right. So, Rob Arlett, DonaldJTrump.com. That's where it's at. Next Tuesday, man. you got to do it, everybody. You got to get out and vote. I personally like Donald Trump. He's inspired me. He's made me feel better about America, to be quite honest with you. I feel there's I'm excited. I mean, he has caused other candidates to talk and to act like we really do have problems and to not try to convince me I don't see what I see. So I like that about the guy. So, all right. Now I'm going to talk about my other friend, Mark Johnson, who went on a trip, didn't even think to take us with him. We could have took, where did he say he was? Anchorage, Alaska. How do you get from Bridgeville, Delaware to Anchorage, Alaska from yesterday morning?
I'm going to say a couple different planes.
Kayaks? He's kayaking up there. All right, well, thatgraniteplace.com, local owned, local operated business. You say, man, Jim, it's all at Bridgeville. Well, this one is at Bridgeville, right down the road. The man has got the inventory, slabs and slabs and slabs of granite and marble and quartz and just a whole lot of inventory. He's got a wonderful showroom. In other words, he also does free in-home estimates, but he has a hands-on showroom, a design center, and you say, man, I have never remodeled my kitchen in my life, or I've never built a new home before in my life. I don't know what to do. It's fine. You don't have to be an expert. Just get on into his business. It's right on Route 13 in Bridgeville, and he's locally owned and locally operated. Got a great website, thatgraniteplace.com, thatgraniteplace.com on the web. And his phone number, if you want to call, they're actually open today from 9 to 2 today. So any minute they'll be opening up, but the phone number is 337-7490, 337-7490. Like I say, he's got the largest selection on Delmarva. I've never seen that many before, you know. Almost 1,000 slabs out there. What a selection. Free in-home estimates, so he'll come to you, do a free in-home estimate. Hands-on showroom, which means you can go in and look things over. You actually can look through the window and see him out there working in the shop and just getting everything just perfect. So it's all done right here in Bridgeville, Delaware. They can build your countertops online if you want to do something like that and take a look at them there. But he works with many local contractors, so if you're doing some business with a contractor, just say, hey, I want my stuff done at That Granite Place. I want to support a local business. You know, it's not like they just blew into town and rented a building and they're here today and gone tomorrow. They're part of the community. Mark supports the community. He does business here. He lives here. His kids go to school here. So it's thatgraniteplace.com. 337-7490, thatgraniteplace.com on the web. Okay? Now, my friend Kevin Short is on his way, but he's not going to make it by 9 o'clock. So we are going to have to talk about MidSouthAudio.com without him, okay? So that's good because it's always easier to talk about somebody when they're not sitting right next to you, all right? So MidSouthAudio.com, who in the world is it? I talk about him all the time. But I'll tell you, I was just at an event, and I saw all these things. I don't know if he did it or didn't do it, but, you know, I was at the Trump rally, and so I was looking around, and I've been to concerts, and I go to church, and I think of all the different things that Mid-South Audio sells, services, rents, and offers that I could talk about. So, you know, it always starts with, okay, you're having an event. Could be inside, could be outside. If it's outside, he has special equipment. He has speakers that are waterproof. They're not submergible, but they're waterproof. He has crowd control barriers. He calls them bike racks, but, you know, there's things that crowd control barriers, okay? I saw plenty of them yesterday. So anyway, so he rents this stuff. So if you are having an event, whether it's a concert or a wedding or you're having a big party or you're having a speaker come to talk, or, you know, you're putting on a concert and you don't have enough microphones or wires or amplifiers or speakers or any of that stuff. He has it all. He has the ability to be working multiple events at one time. So if there's an event going on over here, he's got a team that can be there. You say, well, I'm going to do something, but it's going to be in another state. That's fine. You could be listening from another state. It's fine. He travels. He'll go wherever he needs to go. He has the trucks, the manpower, the equipment, the knowledge, the expertise. It's called MidSouthAudio.com. So I hope I describe it right, but I mean, he has everything from the stage to platforms. He has the crowd control barriers, speakers, amps, lighting, microphones, and again, everything here. He rents it, and then you say, look, I don't have time to be bothered with it. I'm putting on an event. I don't want to run the sound or the lights. No problem. He's got the people that can do that too. Maybe you're having a big auction or something like that, or a graduation ceremony. Maybe you're just having a little party at your house and you need a portable PA system. He has that. So whatever you need, he's the guy. He's the go-to guy. His name is Kevin Short. Good friend of mine, good man, runs a good, honest business, and will treat you fair and square. It's called MidSouthAudio.com. So that's on the web, MidSouthAudio.com, 856-6993. And one more thing that he does. He has a recording studio. So if you're an artist and you want to record something and you don't want to have to travel to Timbuktu and pay real high prices, Kevin is very honest, very competitive, very fair, but he has a recording studio if you want to record something. So anyway, that's that. What was the number? Brooks, do you remember?
I do not remember.
Oh, my gosh. As many times as I say his phone number, it's 856-6993. 856-6993. What, you remember the 302 part?
Yeah, and the 856.
All right, 856. Brooks is over there.
Do
All
you
right.
realize how many people's phone numbers I get in a week?
No, how many?
I would say anywhere from 50 to 150.
Really?
Yeah, that's a lot of phone numbers to
That's a
remember.
lot of phone numbers for a man because your head's only, what, 10, 12 inches tall?
Exactly. I think even Albert Einstein would get confused.
Ebert.
Albert.
Who's Ebert Einstein? Albert's brother? All right. Have you had fun today?
I have.
Have we had a busy show?
Yeah, it's been very busy.
Very busy. Now, I want to know, are you going to do a good job in my absence?
I am nervous as all get out.
Are you serious?
Yes. I've been doing this show for all this time, but it's a lot different sitting in this seat
Yeah.
than it would be sitting in that seat.
Well, here's what you got to remember. From 7 to 9, you don't stop talking for 120 minutes.
Yeah, and I didn't realize how much you talked until I took over your show
Oh,
that one time.
I have somebody counting every word.
Yeah, I'm
I
sure.
get paid by the word. All right, folks that don't know, I possibly am not going to be here for a few weeks. I am scheduled to have, I don't know how to describe it, heart surgery. Okay? I have neglected my body. I have not exercised or ate like I should. And I want to scold myself, and I want to encourage everybody else. You need to be thinking about your health. You need to be thinking about your health. I'm 58 years old. I've got 8 stents. I now have 2 arteries that are 90% blocked. I've got one that is 80% blocked. And I don't say that because people say, well, Jim, what are you, in a contest? You're trying to get, no, it's not a contest. It's serious business. And so I am working on getting scheduled to have heart surgery where they are going to take veins from somewhere and then put them in my heart and all of that. And they tell me the biggest fear I'm going to have is sneezing or coughing because it's very, very, very. But I'm going to tell you something. A friend of mine told me, Dr. T, he told me, he said, your mind is a powerful thing, and what your mind can't handle, God for sure can. And he said, you're going to be fine, and you're going to get through it, and I'm convinced of it I am. So, folks, but I'm not going to be here for a few weeks, so I don't know how long. So I'm turning everything over to Brooks Ritter. I need a full report, okay?
I just felt
so,
a whole lot of weight.
okay, so Brooks Ritter, another young man named Colin Walls, another guy named Dan Gaffney, Brandon Ritter, Jason Troyer. All of these guys are going to take over for me. Now, they may do a phenomenal job. I may come back and not be needed. Who knows? I might have to start my own show saying the other Weller does Delmarva. So anyway, I'm going to miss everybody. I don't know if it's going to happen this week or not, but there's a high probability it is, which means I will not be here next Saturday unless there's some way, somehow, we can do it from a hospital, okay?
That would be kind of different but cool.
Yeah, but it will involve their IT guy
Oh,
and a
absolutely.
lot of HIPAA whatever they're called. But who knows, okay? Miracles can happen. And I might go in and they might say you've been healed.
Yeah,
So I will claim that.
absolutely.
Claim and proclaim. So I am praying hard that I don't even need surgery, but I got a feeling I'm going to. So with all that said, Brooks, it's all on you, buddy, and you're going to be fine, and the show must go on, okay? And it may just be better. Think about it like that. All right? You'll fit the screen better than me.
I don't know about that.
All right. What else have we got? The store's getting ready to open. Is that right?
Yep.
Are you anticipating a big day?
Yes.
I am anticipating a big day.
Normally when the weather's not that great, people can't be out working,
Mhm.
so they take advantage of that time.
They do. They do.
Yep.
I want to talk about the Facebook pages. Can I please?
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. So we got a couple things. I may do one for my. You know what else I want to do after I get all done with everything? I want to go on a big weight loss thing, and I want to have some kind of contest or something like that for that too. But anyway, Facebook. Let's start with that. There's the Jim Weller. I happen to be the Jim Weller, not from Alaska, not from other states. I'm the one from Delaware. So feel free to friend me on Facebook. I'm the Jim Weller from Delaware. Then we've got Weller's Utility Trailers, which is us right here at Bridgeville. We've got Weller's Sheds and Carport, which is kind of like Brandon's favorite little page there. He likes taking care of that. I've even got Delaware low-digit surf fishing tags, which I haven't done much with. But you can like all of these pages while you're at it. Then we've got Weller Does Delmarva. Is that correct?
Yep.
All right. And did I miss any?
I don't think so.
I don't think so, man.
think
I
you
did
got 'em.
pretty darn good, didn't I?
Yep.
In my old age.
We have
what about
Weller,
our website?
Weller's
So-
Trailers on Instagram.
Ooh, really?
Yeah, and then our
Are you
website.
going to teach me how to do Instagram sometime?
Sure, one of these days.
Okay, soon, before I go in the hospital, all right?
Wellers.com is our website,
Yep.
and I think
New website is just around the corner.
it's
isn't it?
coming. I'm getting it all loaded with content, and once we get enough content on there, we'll
That
get
was
it
our
up.
friend Jonathan Hazelwood put
Yep.
that together.
Yep, and
We're
we've
going to be
had
bragging on him just as soon as we launch it here. We just wanted to make sure it was all full of inventory.
Yeah, we've actually did a lot with it. Other than it was set up, and then we've changed some things.
You're
Changed
just
how
wearing
this.
him out, aren't you?
It's looking good, and
He
we
might
might
as
even
well.
be able to constitute a couple things that we weren't thinking about. So we can talk
Okay.
about that later.
All right, yeah. I want to have video testimonies on there from customers.
Yep.
Oh, can I mention that real quick?
Sure.
We really appreciate all the reviews people have done for us, but we realized in 42 years of being in business, we haven't asked enough.
Yeah.
Man, if you've had any contact with Wellers at all and have something kind that you'd like to share, we would love it if you would. What do they do? Just go to Google
Go to Google.
Look up Wellers
Wellers Utility Trailers.
and do a review.
Yep, there'll be
Please.
a spot right
Can
there
they
that
do
says write a
Facebook
review.
too?
Yeah, they can. Yeah.
Yeah, I
Just
mean,
go to
just
Wellers
please,
Utility
if you
Trailers
would
on
be
Facebook.
kind enough to do that. If you've had any experience with us, whether we've donated to you, whether we've done business with you, whether we've advertised for you, man, Weller Does Delmarva, all of us. We really, really, really would love it if you would give us a review. I do want to say I appreciate all the advertisers and all the people that tune in the show. We do have a large following, and we know we do. And I want to say thank you because I may not be here for a couple weeks, and I'm going to miss it. I love doing this show. If you cannot tell it by watching me or listening to me, hear my words. I love doing this show, okay? I have 3 favorite days of the week, and they're Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. Friday, I go to Jimmy's Grill bright and early and hang out with Dan Gaffney. Saturday morning, I do this show, and Sunday, I go to church at Eagles Nest. And so it's bang, 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 like 3 really nice days. So I like all that. Oh, Eagles Nest has Saturday night services, too.
Yeah, 6:30.
I
Right?
forgot about that. Yep. Something new. We've had a really nice turnout to that. So if Saturday night works better for you than Sunday morning, or if you've always wanted to check out Eagles Nest and not miss anything, Saturday nights are available. We're going to end it on the radio, Delaware 105.9. Thank you, Fran. Is Fran back there at the studio?
Yes, he is.
Thank you very much, Fran, and you have a good weekend, everybody. God bless you. I'll see you next week or in a few weeks with more Weller Does Delmarva. Now, for those watching on TV, I'll need some kind of a countdown or something. But anyway, I want to just say thank you to the people watching on My Cozy TV and also people watching on the stream, okay? A lot of good friends, a lot of good supporters, a lot of good, people. So thank you very much. We enjoy bringing you this show. I might not see you for a week or two, but Brooks and everybody will do a great job. It'll be some different people, and you're going to love it. They'll have the giveaways, and they'll have the spinning wheel and Plinko. And Brooks, I might even get him to do a dance or a jig or something like that for you, okay? And then he'll use the crutches afterwards. So anyway, you've been watching Weller Does Delmarva. Thank you very much. For advertising information or anything else, give me a call, 337-7300, jim@wellers.com, and like me on Facebook or friend me on Facebook or whatever. God bless you. Have a good weekend. Thank you to the people at My Cozy TV for all they do, and we will be back next week with somebody doing this show. So I think that's about it. We're about done. So again, goodbye, everybody, and we have had a good show. Weller's Utility Trailers is open. The countdown is on, so I'm about off the air. So I will see you. Bye-bye.